Yeah. New West. North Side. Look. Look. Check.
Touch me, shit.
One.
Greatest, like I ain't G.O.D. nigga.
Look. Finna talk my shit.
This life tried to shelf a nigga, had me riding that sideline. You bitch niggas never big enough to block my shine. It's my time, bitch. I shoot my shot from the baseline. Cause ain't no nigga walking on this earth finna take mine. Hustle hard like a single mother feeding children. Some niggas crumble when they feel the weight of pressure building. Same niggas quick to shoot when there be shit conflicted. I guess it's funny how this music can be contradicted.
I'm the mega mind. In water, they call me Megalodon. Creature from the deep, I'm diving. I got my bubbles going north side. Dina forever, nigga, I'm putting on minutes on the mic. I bleed bar, smoke Chevron. Money main mission, nigga. You got the numbers wrong. Niggas getting jealous. Bitches be overzealous. I'm trying to be a boss, my nigga, not an apprentice. I meant this when I said it. My soul invested.
Swerving, and I'm ducking all that sucker shit I'm serving. So I know the block is hot, shit got me swerving. Puffing trees, burning rubber, no Sherman. Them niggas swerving. Oh yeah, I'm swerving. And I'm ducking all that sucker shit I'm serving. So I know the block is hot, shit got me swerving. Puffing trees, burning rubber, no Sherman. Them niggas swerving. Oh yeah, I'm
swerving, swerving, searching, but ain't no time for lurking. Searching, but ain't no time for lurking. Gotta do this thing that we supposed to. Just live life, give thanks, and make grace. Be great.
What's happening? What's the deal? You back for another Syndicate Sunday. You here with the fellas, man. We here again talking that good Raider talk like we always do. Once again, before we start, make sure that you are hitting the like, the subscribe button on each and every person that's on the screen. Yes, and shout out to everybody that's on the screen. Fellas, how y'all doing, man? Leo,
good, man.
Up, man?
Happy Sunday, fellas.
Chilling, bro. Chilling. Happy Sunday, fam.
Man, happy Sunday to everybody in chat. My man Turf, Unc, what's going on?
I can't complain, man. Y'all call it. It's a Syndicate Sunday, man. I'm ready to vibe.
Always a good time, man, when we get on here. But I mean, we was already going to it in the chat. We might as well go ahead and open it up. You know what I mean? Talk about it already. So boom. Look, before we get into anything, right? Let's talk combine talk, because that's what's real relevant right now as far as what's going on. So Leo, let's start with you. Today's the O-lineman, but so far in the combine, who has caught your eye? You know, what have you heard? What's going on?
Man, so far with me, it's Murphy for sure. He caught my eye huge, bro. Not just the speed, but everything he's been doing. He just looks like a beast. I missed a lot of the receivers and the running backs yesterday, but I caught a lot of the highlights on the NFL Network. Man, these fools are just freaks of nature nowadays, dog. They're faster, they're bigger. It's crazy. And it makes me feel good because that just shows how deep this draft class really is. You know? Even if we don't get we don't have to be a top 110 pick, whatever. Like in this draft class, there's going to be so many gems out there that you don't even know that might even do better than the first rounders, you know? The whole quarterback situation, though.
If we needed a receiver this year, I'd be happy. You know what I mean? I'd be like, we got some options. You feel me? But
man, the receiver that ran what 4-4-2-1.
Oh, Worthy,
Jesus.
Worthy. Hey, pair him with Tucker. Let's see what goes down. You get with Tucker. Let's see what go down. But Chris, on you, how you feeling?
Man, me personally, man. You know, I try not to get too hype about the combine. The old me would have. But kind of like what Leo said, Byron Murphy. I mean, you gotta love seeing. I know this is gonna sound wild. You gotta love seeing big dudes be able to move like that. Well, I know that's why I gotta make sure I got that out first. It's gonna sound wild, but nah, like Murphy was looking good. Me personally, I like seeing the O lineman too, because I try to focus on what I see on the film, in the games. But you love seeing the big guys being athletic and stuff like that. Like I don't take too much into the quarterbacks during the combine because you don't have no pads on. You're in a non-presser situation, so that I take that with a grain of salt. But seeing some of them big dudes move, I was excited for that.
Right. Yep. I mean, the O lineman coming on. I'm about to put it on my screen right now. See what they talking about. So I'm excited to see that. And like you said, man, I mean, like for everybody that don't know, we always say it. Use the combine to pretty much match what you saw on the film, right? You know what I mean? Like, so whatever I saw on the film, let's see if it matched through these drills. If so, okay, cool. Then it pretty much confirmed everything I saw. But
right, it should be a confirmation.
Exactly. There you go. But Turf, on you, what has stood out to you, players, whatever has stood out to you during this combine?
Yeah, I mean, for me, Leo kind of said it better than I can, if you will, for a lot of this stuff. When it comes to the talent, I'm just blown away by the talent. I'm speechless, honestly. I can't even put together words. It's like when you think, wow, that's that dude, he's the best one in the draft, like 10 more come right after with the same speed time, the same everything. It's really strange. I've never seen this much talent in one draft ever. And I'm just curious as to how many other people feel that way, because I mean, I can't even pick, Byron Murphy, sure, but there are literally 5 other defensive tackles that absolutely fit the bill, and none of us are going to be upset with any one of them being picked. It's mind blowing to me. I've never seen anything like it.
Fully agree. I fully agree. It's this talent, this draft right here has a chance. They got a chance to go down as one of those drafts. I'm gonna throw a curveball at y'all just because I watched it yesterday.
What's up?
Spencer Rattler really, really impressed me yesterday, bro.
Here come Cowtown.
Hey, I like
Angelo too. I think Angelo was also one that was.
I like Spence. He did like, I don't think not a lot of people are talking about him. Not enough people are talking about his performance yesterday. Like I don't give a damn about no quarterback 40. I really don't care about that. You know what I mean? Like I see on film he can move. I see that. So it's like, all right, cool. Like him running no 4.9, bro. I just watched Mahomes run the 40. That shit was terrible. Terrible. It looked terrible. I mean, just watching him run in game.
Yeah. Did they say what he ran? What did Mahomes run in the 40? Did he even run it?
Low. Very low. Very low.
4.8, 4, 4.9.
That's what I'm saying. So Rattler running a 4.9.
It's 4.8.
Rattler running a 4.9 don't bother me whatsoever, bro. Like I don't care about that. But his ball placement was good yesterday. The receivers are crazy. Like you just saying, like the talent in this draft is just wild, bro. Like that Fisk, the way this motherfucker was moving, right? I looked at his tape. I was like, bro, he's moving the same way on film.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, you pick him in the 3rd round. I'd be like, bro, we're good. I like that. Yeah, I'm straight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but they're just freaks. We gotta talk about yesterday now. Now there's a lot of stuff swirling. Leo, go ahead. Quarterbacks. Did you see him? And what did you think?
You know what? The quarterbacks, I think Rattler's doing himself so much good, bringing his stock up, bro.
Yeah.
He's doing that good, and it's showing in the draft, the talks, people moving up. I don't think he's 3rd, 4th round anymore. He might be higher now. He's out there and he's running. Even with that 40 speed, game speed is different. That shit translates different and shows differently.
Yeah.
The other dudes, I didn't really get to see them that much. Like I told you, I didn't get to watch it. I got to watch Nix and Penix. From what I heard, Penix looked good, right? Mm-hmm. He was impressing people. Penix was out there doing his thing. But like I always said with Penix, it's the whole, the medical, the history. What's that going to look like, Are we going to get the green light with that? And as far as that goes. But, I mean, I like Nix. You know me. I like Nix. I got to go look at the film. I saw in the chat what you said, like, oh, I don't like this dude. But obviously other teams like him for some reason. And I like him just the way he plays. He's mature. He's a good quarterback. He makes good decisions with the ball, things like that. So, But I mean, it's gonna be interesting what happens with the draft, bro.
Correct.
Good with the QB.
Correct. Chris, yesterday, I know you already said you don't put a lot of stock for quarterbacks, but I mean, sometimes you look at the ball placement, the accuracy, how good they are, and there's certain things you can take from it. So what did you see yesterday?
From what I saw yesterday, I mean, as expected, I think Rattler looked good as far as what was asked from yesterday. I actually think, Penix was spinning the ball the best out of them. I think the whole time I watched him, Penix may have had like two bad balls or whatever. It was funny because one of them, he had a bad ball and he was supposed to go to the back of the line. He was like, nah, let me get one more rep. And then he threw a better one. So I respect that. But again, it's hard to go by because, I mean, I knew people was going to fall in love with Milton because Milton was kind of like what we talked about, run down. He's a physical specimen.
Right.
So he's the type that's going to look good at a combine.
But you can't get fooled, bro. Like we watched that Senior Bowl and we was like, oh, hell no.
Exactly. And that's why I just want to remind people, man, because like if you look at Milton at the combine, you're going to think he's going to be the next great thing. But you got to look at that film.
Yeah. If I can't interject before Turf goes, I will say last year, this is what I'm saying. There's the difference. Last year, Anthony Richardson is different, right? You're like, okay, I can see why you can be a first round pick. You know what I mean? I can watch the film and be like, yeah, bro, I can see why you're a first round pick. Milton, I don't see that at all. He has the tools, the physical tools, but it's not the same, bro. Turf, what did you see yesterday?
I'll be honest. I saw the same exact thing that everybody else saw when it comes to being off the field with Bazooka Joe, right? I mean, guy looked fabulous, but like you say, that can definitely be fool's gold, right? I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. Spencer Rattler running a 4.9. I mean, I never really expected him to be quote unquote elusive, anyways, if you will, from that respect. So again, that's irrelevant. I still look to Travis, even though he didn't obviously participate in any way, shape, or form. But
Travis Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan Travis. Yeah, I mean, he's.
We'll talk about that after this too.
Yeah, we gonna get into he's been talking a lot. And I was shocked to hear they called him small. I mean, he's 6'1", 215 or 210, something like that. That's not
quarterback that is small though. They want the big
is. Dude, But isn't Caleb Williams that size?
Right.
No,
Kyler Murray is even small. He's 5'10".
But see, he's compact.
Caleb's not 5'10".
No, hell no.
Kyler is 5'10", I thought.
No, Kyler not 5'10". He like 6'1".
Kyler Murray.
Oh, Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. He's like 5'11", right?
He's 5'11". He's like 5'10", 5'11".
6 feet. But he compact though. Jordan Travis ain't. He's still
Drew Brees was 6'1". Drew Brees was 6'1".
Yeah. Drew Brees. I don't think Drew Brees was 6'1". He was probably 6. It was
I was gonna say,
Drew was a little slim.
I didn't expect them to call him small like that. And I guess that's just me, right? Not being privy to the times, if you will. I mean, everybody else are giants.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Josh Allen. That dude's a monster. Yeah.
Just huge.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
you remember Cam? How big Cam was?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
ridiculous.
There's something that I do want to point out to one of the quarterbacks that we do like a little later after I want to get through the comments real quick, but something I want to point out about Daniels that we got to talk about, right? Even when we talk about Penix as well. But first, let's go ahead. Let's get to the chat real quick because it's booming. It's booming. We got a lot of fans. Rudy, what's going on with you? Shout out. Yeah, Worthy with that 4.2. That's crazy. And they showed AP too.
Hey, from what I saw, that changed. That changed, y'all. That's a 4.21 now. At least that's what I've been seeing on ESPN. It's officially a 4.21, so he is officially the fastest dude on the planet that ever ran the 40, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chris pointed it out, like when they showed AP, he was like, damn.
Wasn't it almost like he knew him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then And then I saw that he was from California. I was like, I wonder if he was someone that he recruited back because it just looked like he was just real interested in him.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you never know.
If he don't know him, then that's a very telling sign.
He know him now.
Right.
Shout out to Brian, member of the channel. Hey, man.
Shout out.
Hey, we're working on something for y'all behind the scenes, man. We working.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah. I got him and my guy last. So gotta get them.
Shout out.
Running back at 220, running a 4.3.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's
bro.
nuts.
Stop. There's running back talent in this draft too. We're gonna talk about come on now. At this point,
you know my boy.
Oh. I'm gonna be real with you, Chris. Blake has no wasted movement at all. No. And this coming from a motherfucker. I be watching running backs religiously.
Yeah.
Turf, he don't waste no step.
Right.
No step. He going through that little, and I know it's the combine, but he going through that little shuttle drill. I'm like, God damn, bro, this motherfucker's gliding.
No wasted movement.
What I'm telling you about Blake, though,
at all,
is he's even lost a little bit of explosion. Like I said, when he hurt that knee, he took a little he didn't even have a real good, like, he got a lot of touchdowns this year, but as far as like production and like getting a lot of yards, it wasn't as good as last year. But I'm telling you, the dude, let him get all the way healthy and have a good off season.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's a gym rat. So he's one of them dudes, he's only gonna get more powerful. He one of them dudes who's gonna stay in the gym. Dude's gonna be nice, man.
Now, can I ask you,
get that explosion back?
Is that a product of Harbaugh trying to protect him a little bit, you think?
Yeah, well, I think so. Cause we had two good backs. So the other dude,
Edwards.
Edwards. So he was more of our like home run hitter, but Harbaugh did a good job of trying to at least do like a 60-40 split. Right. But in the red zone, you just give Blake the ball because you can't stop it.
I see. Okay. Justin, what's the deal? Got to get a nice little Raiders in the morning. We know we always got to give Sandy. What's the deal, man? First time I'm seeing you on the channel.
Shout out, Sandy.
Worthy. I know everybody in Raider Nation gonna talk about Worthy just based off the speed.
Oh, they're all like draft them.
I see all the Al memes and all.
I see it, man, bro. Everybody and their mama waiting to find out where that kid goes.
Do y'all want them? So are we back to the old school Raiders now? I
want a complete receiver, bro.
I gotta watch him. To be honest, I haven't seen his tape. Has he got all the tools?
The tape is okay.
A little shaky.
I gotta go
gadget guy.
He's a Hayward Bay.
Yeah.
No,
but see, at the point we're at now, you get him. Shit, we ain't depending on him like we used to be depending on Hayward Bay and all them.
Number one dude. Threat.
Yeah, you feel me? Threat. Bring him in for a couple. Him and Trey Tucker. You don't know what you're doing, and then we'll see what happens with there. But I could take him in like the later rounds.
Yeah.
Angelo, tell me what you've seen. Tell us what you've seen. We got to watch old buddy from Oregon State.
You got to watch old boy from Notre Dame.
You like
I just saw him run his 40, though. That's a big boy.
Yeah.
We ain't going to be able to sniff him, man. We ain't going to be able to sniff that.
Oh, no, he'll be gone.
We ain't going to be able to sniff
that. No, he's going to be gone.
Rated Ryan, salute. Are we going to trade up for our QB or are we going to hold tight at 13? Best pick available. And speaking of this, I want to ask y'all something.
Yeah.
You guys have seen the news that Washington has basically released damn near half of their O-line.
What?
So coming off of a team that gave up the most sacks in the league, releasing half of their O-line, what sense does that make in getting a quarterback? I mean, y'all let me know.
They getting a quarterback.
Yeah, they're getting a quarterback. That's all I'm about to say.
The top three teams are getting quarterbacks, bro. Yeah, I honestly don't think
it makes sense.
I don't think we have a chance, honestly. I'm just gonna put it out there right now on Front Street. Y'all might as well just give up the pipe dream with Daniels. He's getting drafted by one of the top three teams. Bottom line, it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, either Caleb or Daniels or May. Period. I mean, that's just what it is, and nobody's giving it up. Think about it. Are you ready to give that up?
What, 3 first?
No, are you ready to give up your potential franchise quarterback for the next?
Well, I've always said it just depends where my
giving that up.
organization, like where my organization is at. Like if I had assurance from, let's say, if I'm Gerard Mayo or whatever the case, right? I had assurance from Robert Kraft, like, bro, you get to build this slow.
Give me time to build it.
Yeah, because it's just like, okay, I'm looking at this roster as a whole. This roster is garbage,
bro.
Trash.
So this is what I'll say. The history tells me, yep, I'm bringing up that word. It tells me that quarterbacks like these don't just come around every year. That's the key to this. You're talking generational quarterback. We're not just talking good or even really good. We are talking generational, bro. This does not come around. Nobody's ever seen this class of quarterback.
Thank you. I
prove it. And I understand what y'all saying, but let's keep it 100. Y'all really honestly don't think that those quarterbacks are going 1, 2, and 3?
No, I do. The only team I think that
don't.
actually stand a chance to trade with is New England. That's
I don't
the
think they
only
will.
one.
And they're not trading. They're not trading that.
That's
pick.
the only one.
They're
Chicago's
not
not
trading,
trading.
bro.
Washington's not trading.
All I know is that tackle from what's that, Oregon State. He ran a 5.2, so he ain't that much slower than Spencer.
No, 5'2"? God
yeah.
He's huge, dude. He's huge.
I gotta see the shuttle, like when he get to shuttling around, bro. I gotta see that. I gotta see around the cones, the 3-cone drill. When he do all that, I want to see the side to side speed when he go on there. I'm not a big fan of that Oklahoma guy. I don't know why. I saw your interview with Mo, Chris, and I know he's a Guyton guy. I'm not a big Guyton guy.
I like Guyton, but not too early though.
Not at 13.
Oh hell no, that wouldn't even be a conversation. Not at 13.
So let me go to Leo then. If all 3 quarterbacks are gone, where are we going?
We stay at 13 and we try to get a D-tack or offensive lineman, bro. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Okay, Chris, what are you doing at 13? All quarterbacks gone.
Same thing. But then again, like I say, but my first rule of business is I'm finally on the train, and I'm willing to admit it. I'm getting Russ, man. I'm getting Russ as a free agent, and then my first 2 picks in this draft is going to be in the trenches. I'm sorry,
trenches.
But you got to do that before the draft, though. Like you got to get Russ before the draft.
I know. That's what I said. I was like, that's my first line of business.
Oh, like so that's the plan.
That's my first line of business. Get Russ in the free agent, and then I'm spending my first 2 picks in the trenches.
Okay.
Hey y'all, I got to bounce. It was nice with y'all this morning. I'll talk
all right, Leo.
Later.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, bro.
All right, big guys.
Take it easy.
Okay, Turf, where you going?
I am going to go a little different here. So I'm gonna actually go with the good old adage saying of the best player. But this is my thing. I want a defensive pick, period. But I want the best defensive pick. So if that's going to be at linebacker, pick the best linebacker. If he's the best player out of the people that are available for linebacker, defensive tackle, and cornerback accordingly. So if the best person is a cornerback, I'm taking him. If the best person is a defensive tackle, I'm taking him. If the best person is a linebacker, I'm taking him. Of those 3, whoever's the best in those 3 positions, that's what I'm taking at number 13.
Okay. I say if the top 3 quarterbacks are gone, I'm starting to be on the train of saying like I'm gonna trade back from 13 and acquire some more picks, just because of how we've already talked about how talented this draft is.
Yeah,
so we already know there's gonna be some players that ain't got no business slipping the rounds like they shouldn't be slipping to. You know what I mean? So trade back. I don't say nothing too crazy. Try to trade back, but probably in the early 20s, something like that, or maybe if you can stay in the teens, somewhere, right? Because you'll still be able to get a DT. Because remember, Newton hadn't even did the combine, so we don't know how teams gonna value him. Murphy might slide, But I think, like, say for example, you said pick the best corner. If we were to pick Terry and Arnold with pick, let's just bullshit 18, 19, I feel better doing that than picking him at 13. You get what I'm saying? Like that's better value to me.
Yeah, I agree. And well, after the Nuggets I got last night, I'm not picking Terrion Arnold as a cornerback in general. As a safety, hell yeah. But as a corner, I'm not picking him because just some intel that I've received that makes sense to me. I'm actually looking at the kid from Toledo. That's who I'm looking at. I don't know.
He's cold.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is just yet. Right? There's still some things that have to be surfaced, if you will. But he may be the best cornerback in the draft, and to be honest, he may be the best player when it comes time at the 13th pick. And that's why I've changed my thought process on this, because the reality is we need 3 players on defense, so why not get the best player for those 3 positions at that point in time?
Right. OJ Raider says, go get Leonard Williams and or Christian Wilkins to help develop one of these DT rookies. Okay, now, Chris, you was on regular last week talking about Christian Wilkins first. Now we get the word he might hit free agency. He actually gonna touch it. So, what are you throwing at him?
That's interesting. Honestly, I would definitely take him before Leonard Williams, because he's a difference maker day one.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah. No, I would definitely try to go get him, and then if I can get someone like Byron Murphy too. Jesus.
See, okay, because
now it's like, hey, Mahomes, the Jordan rules apply, baby.
Yeah.
Because now you gonna have problems.
See, you go and me. I don't have no problem throwing whatever he wants at him. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
What do you want, bro? Like, and I mean, because I heard Houston wants him, right? But at the end of the day, the selling point is number one, bro. Look who you about to play with. And I understand the quarterback over there, but at the end of the day, bro, just imagine how easy your job is about to be right here, bro. Come on. Now.
Oh yeah.
Get real.
Yeah, you won't get double teamed
at all.
You won't get double teamed.
You're gonna eat. And if you want to really compete, bring your ass over here, bro, and see Mahomes twice a year, bro. Let's get rocking, bro.
And no state tax. Your money go a little bit further too.
So I'll say this. I always keep it funky, right? Hey, the low key, I absolutely adore the Texans. I think what they putting together is crazy. And to be honest, I as a player, a young player, it's as a young African American, bro, Houston is very, very appealing. I'm just keeping it 100. Now, for me personally, as a 50-year, no. But I'm just thinking in the eyes of a young man coming out, right, wanting to do something. Sure, Vegas is huge. I mean, right, it's Vegas. But for Black America, bro, I'm going to just keep it 100. Houston, right? Houston, Atlanta, right? That's Black America. Let's keep it 100. So, I like to hear the things y'all said, but I'm just going to be honest, man. That front office they have, what they did last year in the draft, blew me away. I mean, they are doing things that I never expected, and I see the Texans on the rise. I'm just keeping it right. So I'd love to get this kid, but if he's got a choice between the two of us, I don't think it's as a slam dunk as you would expect.
I'm not gonna say slam dunk, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here and say we don't have a good chance either. Like, look at this culture. I understand what you're saying, and that'd be what you're saying would sound like more appealing if you talking about a free agent coming from like Green Bay. This man was in Miami, so at the end of the day, bro, like he was already in the atmosphere.
No, you're right. No, that's
what I mean? It's Miami. So then he could come to Vegas. It's seamless, bro. Like you feel me? Like I done been in Miami already. That's one big city. I ain't got no trouble. I ain't never did nothing over there. It is what it is, and I'm a leader on that team. He come over here, bro, with AP, which I feel like I've seen sound bites of Christian Wilkins. Him and AP gonna click. I firmly believe that.
Oh, Christian Wilkins is a nut, bro, and I love it. Yes, he's crazy. He's nuts, bro.
He would fit on this team immediately, bro.
He's a 100%. He's a Raider, in my opinion, as far as attitude, character, way he plays, right. 100%. I'm just saying, I'm just being objective and looking at it from. If I were in his shoes, right? I'm just being honest. You guys made some great points. I mean, there's, You're not getting double team, right? But think about it. It has been the most dysfunctional. Yes, you've got AP, but hey, they got D'Amico Ryans, bro.
I feel that. I feel that.
He's just as
good.
Yeah.
And if you're running through brick walls for him too, please believe it.
But
that team is dialed in, bro.
Yeah, but my only pushback is it depends on how deep you look into it. If y'all remember though, that Houston I guess the owner or whatever, remember like he literally got rid of Lovie Smith because he won that last game, man. Like that mentality, like for me, if I'm a player, like you know, like literally you getting rid of this guy because he didn't tank all the way for you. Right. You know, so you get a number one pick. I don't know. Little stuff like that as a player. Like, you know, as fans, fans want teams to tank. But as players, you don't want to hear that mess.
Well, they got through that. I mean, that's why they got rid of that entire front office. Exactly. And that's why, bro, they have been, you got to remember, your boy been in Texas for 16 years. They've been the laughing joke and the laughing stock of the city. And what I'm trying to explain to y'all, I saw them slowly but surely do things under the covers. And I'm telling y'all right now, they're going to be at the top of the AFC regularly. I'm just telling you. I mean, it's somebody we're going to have to beat. Do I think we can beat them? Absolutely. I've already told everybody I believe we can go to the
They're building something nice.
But they are, and that's all I'm trying to get across. I'm just trying to make sure people understand that organization is not the same that y'all used to. It's just not.
Nah. And there's another reason why there's a difference between them and us, but it's okay, right? Because we have Aiden O'Connell and Russ. We'll be fine. We'll be all right.
No. And that's another reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. As a young player, is that what you looking to go to? AP or Russ and AOC, or are you looking to go play with that young king?
So the point remains, you must get a long-term answer.
Yes. Well, no, not necessarily, because that's the flip side of it. I just said it. I think we're ready to win. So
we ain't gonna beat Houston.
And man, somebody we're not gonna beat Houston. And remember, I said, in fact, I think we can beat Houston. But there was somebody on Locked On Raiders. He hit it on the head. He said it himself. He said, I don't think people realize, even if we do go get Jaden Daniels, it's really not the move to throw him out there immediately. I know Rundown hates that thought. He's like, there's no way that's going to happen. Just like everybody was saying, there's no way that he'd be the first pick. I'm just letting y'all know, man, you don't have to throw him to the wolves. And getting somebody like a Russell Wilson to guide this man for 2 years, man, we will be in the playoffs and looking at the AFC chip literally for the next 5 to 6 years.
I'm cool if you said I'm going to trade up for Jaden Daniels and still let Russ start for a year. Cool. But we all know the optics and what football is, bro. If you trade first round picks,
you gotta play him. You have to.
Tell him, bro, because he be hearing me say this all the time. Tell him, if you trade 3 first round picks, what happens?
Yeah, because the thing is, look, Turf, I feel what you're saying, because I know ideally you don't want to throw the young kid in there unless he's ready, because it can mess up their confidence. But the thing is, we have too many holes, man. We have too many holes that I think I know you think we're close.
I don't agree with that. Yeah, I don't agree with the holes.
See, I think we need to get better in the trenches on both ends. I mean, there's just some more pieces we need to be able to compete with who we got to compete with. If we were in Houston's division, then I would be like, okay. Yeah, but like it's only a matter of time before the Chargers get better. We talked about it yesterday, how long it took for us to beat the Chargers back in the when I get. It's like we have to really. I don't know. Like I said, I love Daniels, and I would love for him to be our quarterback. But if we did get him, he has to play day one. He has to.
But that might be our downfall, though. That's the thing. You know, I obviously we have to, you know what I mean, see what happens and plays out. But I've just seen a lot of rookie quarterbacks ruined being thrown in before they're ready, regardless of how good or bad the team is. And if we're giving away 3 first rounders, I think you should heed with precaution. Like, you know what I mean? Why not give the kid the chance? In fact, I would think you would want exactly that. Like, guys, we just solidified the best position for the next decade. Take our time with it. Why, if we're not going to win right, that's what I'm trying to say. If we can't win right now, then why is it such a big deal to throw him in there right away, knowing that no rookie's ever won the Super Bowl? Like, why do you have to throw him in there right away because you gave 3 picks up?
So
especially if we get Russell.
So then, what do you do with someone like Devontae? Like how do you make him feel comfortable with this?
See, and that's part of the problem because we've already heard. See, Devontae's never ever going to come out and tell y'all he don't want to play with no damn rookie, man. Even Daniels, he's never going to do that.
No, but he's kind of spoke on it. He was like, he even said in one of those interviews, he was like, generally I'm not, I don't really want to play with a rookie, but he did like CJ Stroud. He did say that. He was like, so he kind of, made it seem like playing with a rookie was never his first, option.
It's not, but it has to be. But I always allude to this though. There is an article, and somebody can go look this up, and whatever the case, right. It was written. He said, "I know people have said I don't want to play with a rookie quarterback, blah blah blah." But in certain instances, it's not true because when I play with a rookie, I get to mold the rookie in what I like, and we get to build a new rapport. And I've said this all the time. If you get a rookie, think of how that extends this man's career. He has to change that tune as well because at the end of the day, if Daniels works out, right, we have a quarterback for the next 10 plus years. We would say right now Devontae has a shelf life of how many years right now?
Max 5.
With a better quarterback, you can extend that and be like, all right, bro, I might be able to do certain things. Look, I'm just saying, we're talking about like at his highest peak level. Right. At his highest peak level, we might get a good 3 to 4 years.
But Devontae is a style of receiver, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, like similar to Jerry Rice, because
I was thinking it.
Yeah, because he don't depend on his explosion. He don't depend on his speed. He's gonna always get separation, regardless how old he is. At Devontae's worst. And at his oldest, he's still gonna have seasons like an Anquan Bolden type thing. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
So he's 31 years old, bro. He'll be 32 this year. In 2024.
How long did Jerry play?
Jerry is the GOAT.
No, I understand, but I just want to say, how he played it to win. 40.
I mean,
can Devontae not play until like 36, 37?
Easy.
Well, that's what I said. 5 years. That's what I said. 5 years. 5 years.
And with a better quarterback, you might be able to squeeze one more. You don't know how it shake out.
It's possible. You're absolutely right. It's possible. Jerry played for 20 seasons.
I want him with Russ, man. Do y'all realize we would probably only have to pay Russ like $2 million?
Nothing for 2 years.
That's
all on Denver. That's all on Denver.
Rundown. If you really think about it, give Russ $2 million. Hell, go get Leonard and
Yes.
But I still implore you guys to look at this. I'm fine with that. But there needs to be a long-term solution.
No, I agree.
I agree. Know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not fine with just saying like, oh, it's Russ and Aiden O'Connell, because that's terrible.
Go get Spencer. Go get Spencer Rattler in the 3rd round.
You feel me? Give me something. I need some type of. And even if what Turf is saying, even if the organization smartened up and was like, all right, bro, we're getting Jaden Daniels, but we'll still get Russ, and then Russ, you'll start for this year. Jaden, blah blah blah. And we make it happen. I wouldn't be mad at that either. I wouldn't. Because at least I know we got Jaden.
I think that's counterproductive because we're giving up all them picks where we can use those picks and immediately, like, imagine. And I know this is just a pipe dream, but imagine we say, Russ, here go $2 million. Be happy for 2 years. Then we'll look at whatever we do later once Denver's not paying you anymore. Just say we did want to spend big boy money and go get Wilkins and Leonard. Then we could still draft the first 2 rounds, the 2 best offensive linemen.
Now I would take
Penix
in the second round. I would take Penix in the 2nd round. I wouldn't be mad at that either.
That's fine too.
I wouldn't be mad at that either, bro. I'd be like, okay, if your plan is to not sell the farm, okay, fine. Then do the Russ thing. But at the end of the day, if you was to have Penix, I feel like that's counterproductive too, to get Penix in the second round and then try to get Russ. It's like that man like 25 years old.
Why are we going for Penix? That's my problem.
You don't like Penix anymore?
Well, he's got some major medical issues, man.
They came back green.
I understand that, but everybody's gonna make things come back green when that's what they need. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. They're not gonna ruin the kid before he even gets there. But my problem is, I just think just the natural NFL is going to ruin the kid, and it doesn't matter if he's put in a great position. If he gets to sit, he's just going to get ruined by the game because that's typically what happens to everybody. I mean, bro, it's a brutal game. You know how many people were gold jacket wearers that never became because of injury and the fact that their bodies just can't hold up no matter what they do? I'm just telling you, and for a kid that's coming out of college with double knee surgery, I hear you.
The concern there.
Optimism, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It's concerning, but the arm talent is undeniable, bro. Like that.
We see, and that's what if we go get Russ and we have AOC. We don't need him. That's you know what I mean. And again, I've already gave my point. I don't even think he'd beat AOC out anyway in a can. So you know, I don't know you know what? Hey, and I'm gonna give y'all a nugget. But it did come from the skill positions perspective.
Okay.
And I've always had this perspective as well, which was why I loved talking to my man Antonio Cromartie last night. But we had a really deep discussion, and I've been saying it all my life. As a skill position player, it don't matter where you at. It just don't. It don't matter where you at. As far as D1, D2, D3, you can ball in the league if you have the ability. Period.
Oh yeah,
Danny Woodhead is the number one guy I love to bring up. Danny Woodhead, that kid, amazing, right? And D3, I believe, right? Running back, Woodhead is one of my utmost go-tos when it comes to talking about that. But he just said exactly the same thing and couldn't stress it more, that it has nothing to do with ability. What it is here. It's up here. Because if you're thinking, and you can remember back to the season, I constantly would say, man, I see these dudes thinking, particularly Tyree Wilson. And that's why he played like garbage. And that's what he's saying. He's like, bro, all that is the same. It's just if you're thinking, you're already so far behind, it's a wrap. Yeah. So you 100% absolutely have to know your playbook. You have to know everything. And if you're not thinking, you'll be fine, skill position wise. But if you're thinking, you're not even close. And he said that those trenches, right? Those trenches. That's the part where that speed of the game, right? Quarterback play. Yeah. So
I don't know. Are you off the Penix train, Chris?
Huh?
You off the Penix train?
No. I'm cool with Penix. I'm cool. But again, I mean, I do have those concerns, though. I do have those concerns, but the thing is that what I have to keep thinking about is one thing about Penix, though, he's gonna get the ball out fast. And honestly, I think these medical procedures and tests that they do at the combine, like they do real deep dives into these people, man. Like some of those tests, like they also do like tests on like that can predict what type of injuries you can get based on your body structure and all that stuff, and like what kind of work. Like it's a lot deeper than what it used to be, and I didn't even know that. But if he passed, the medical, I can only just trust it and give him the benefit of the doubt. But I do understand the concern, though. I hear that.
Yeah. I mean, but the medicals came back green. But right. I will say from that perspective that somebody made a good point. I don't know I forgot who made the point. But, based on Telesco's history, would he want to get Penix based off the history he's had with his own damn players? That's already true, too. In the injury history category. So it's like, you got to think about that.
Yeah, because a lot of his talent that he picked have had injury issues. So I don't know if that's whether good or bad. Does he not care about?
Right, like that's the thing.
I don't know.
Does he just care about the talent, don't care about the injury? Because
Right.
Mike Williams, I believe, had an injury history coming out of school.
Probably.
And I think Derwin James did too.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I don't care. So
Yeah.
maybe, I mean, who knows?
I don't think Bosa did. I don't think Bosa came out solid, but
Nah. I don't remember that, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna let everybody know right now. Let that JJ dream die, bro. I'm gonna say it right here. I'm letting it die. It's over. I'm not with that. I know I said it before on a couple shows, but now this is my stamp. I'm not on that, bro. Not for us.
I want Travis. He'll be
Yeah, he ain't there, bro. He ain't there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'd rather take Rattler than
I'll take Rattler over McCarthy.
because they talking about JJ gonna be in the first round. I'm like, bro,
they talking about Denver might get him. I saw someone
Yeah.
I hope
It wouldn't shock me, bro. It wouldn't shock me, bro. Real
I
talk. It
would
wouldn't shock
love
me
to
at
play
all.
JJ twice a year. Y'all don't
Who?
understand. I
Yeah,
would-
we wreck him defensive. We're gonna wreck a lot of people defensively.
as soon as Max is in his face, he's going to try to run and scramble like it's college, and he's going to realize you're not fast enough in the NFL to do that.
Not even close. Not even. Not
He's
side to
not, he's
side.
not there, bro.
That was
Yeah.
man. So bro, this dude was dropping so many gems to me, man. Like, so again, that was the other thing. I'm sorry, I just have to bring it up though. But cornerbacks and speed. See, this is why we never ever thought about why you got so many on average cornerbacks that run right 4.5s, maybe high 4.4s, dealing with receivers that are 4.3. It's the angles, it's the way they play it. You can catch up there. It's a thing. Like, you know what I mean? Again, I don't know how to explain this to people in layman's terms as far as football, but you can obviously make up for the lack of speed. And if you have somebody that can teach you the game like that, bro, again, I got so many gems dropped on me last night, man, from a pro perspective that I've never heard because I've never had the ability to ask these questions. You know what I mean?
See, talking about that, it's like with JJ, he's not.
Yeah,
it's gonna take him a minute, bro. It's gonna take him a minute to get himself ready to play in the NFL. I mean, even before he declared for the draft, I was like, bro, he needs another year. He needs another year. And last night showed everything I needed to see from a perspective that kind of scared me. It's like, all right, bro, you didn't get to throw a lot in college, so now that you get to let it loose, let me see what it look like. Oh yeah, bro, you got some concerns. Like, now maybe that's because you haven't had a lot of
I've
reps.
been trying to say it for the longest.
No, for sure. And maybe that's because he hasn't had a lot of reps. And that's something that, okay, you can take that into account. Like, all right, bro, he hasn't played and thrown the ball enough for him to get acclimated. But at the end of the day, we ain't the type of team to sit there and be like, all right, bro, you can, unless you want to get Russ and give him 2 years, then that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Rundown. I mean, how upset would you be we get a Super Bowl in the second year with Russ? And now, we got Jaden sitting, and we year 3, and it's time to re-sign Russ. How do you feel about that? You think you still ready to just dump
that's
Russ?
the hypothetical scenario?
Yeah, that's the hypothetical. Is hey, Russ comes in, we get to the playoffs this year.
Okay.
But we go to LA and win it with Russ.
And then who do we have as the backup?
What do you do? Jaden Daniels.
Oh, Jaden Daniels is the backup? Oh, you let Russ ass go. You let Russ go. Because look, check this out.
Even though he just won a Super Bowl.
No, because based on what y'all always tell me, it's going to be our damn defense that wins that goddamn Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, right, like Russ ain't going to be doing a lot. Now, if Russ is sitting there and he's like the main of he got like 300 yards and 3 tubs. Well, goddamn, at that point, yeah, then it's like he's playing at an MVP level. But if he's not playing at no MVP level and he's not the main catalyst on why we're winning the Super Bowl, you're gonna have to let him go. You have to.
Chris, I'm gonna tell you, man. I've never been a huge fan of Russ in any way, shape, or form. But I honestly think he can help us get a chip.
Oh, for sure.
I think we have everything,
especially with his contract. His contract is everything to me. We could pay him $2 million.
How
close are we to winning a Super Bowl? That's the question. What do you think?
I think we're close. I think we have. I think if we get a defensive tackle that's just a dynamite defense tackle like a Chris Jones level, I think we're a Super Bowl team. I think
Chris, all right. Now
I think our defense overnight. I think Jacorian Bennett becomes like a cornerback you can actually shop and get picks or something for if we get that defensive tackle and what you're going to see when that happens. Because I'm telling y'all,
now you, Chris, go ahead. What do you think? Like, is our Super Bowl window? You think it's this year? You think this year we can get there?
It depends. Like it's hard for me to say it without knowing what the plan is. Now, I think if we did my plan, then yeah, we could compete this year. I really don't I don't know how else to say it, man. Like, if you're spending $2 million on a quarterback for like the next 2 years, like, you literally could go ham on free agency, but still be smart. Yeah. And then if you knock out like Telesco usually does, knock the draft part for the most part, like you're talking about 6 or 7 new starters we're going to bring in just this offseason. High quality players, man. Like as long as we figure out, as long as Russ can do what we think he can do, there's no reason we should not be able to compete.
Okay. I don't want to derail it, but
I'm saying, like,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying, okay, I understand what you guys are saying. I get it, right?
You just don't like Russ because he's old.
No, it's not about Russ. And my thing is this. I don't think we're in the Super Bowl window until next year.
That's what I wanted to see.
That's the thing. Like, I don't think this ain't the year, bro, because number one, we ain't even won a playoff game.
That doesn't matter.
But listen to what I'm saying. It does matter, Turf, because this is what I'm saying. You got a whole bunch of players on this team that don't even know how to fucking win in the playoffs. You telling me they're going to make that leap in 1 year to know how to be you're telling me Jacorian Bennett's going to make a leap to be a Super Bowl cornerback? Diablo's really going to make the leap to be a Super Bowl linebacker?
If they only got 3 seconds because we just brought in a dynamite tackle, a defensive tackle, that's going to change the whole game for everybody, and it's going to up everybody's game because now everything is going to be different. Absolutely, I do.
I mean, you're telling me we're gonna fill every single hole.
That was the question. That was the question I had that I said I didn't want to derail us because Chris, you even said it, and I'm still perplexed. The only thing I think we have a lot of holes on is depth. But as far as starting positions, where are all these holes y'all talking about? I only see 3. I only see 3 holes.
Offensive line.
Offensive line.
Yeah.
Defensive line.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can either be cornerback and or quarterback.
No, that's both. That's 4.
It can be and or, because what I'm trying to say, I've already been on the train with this, meaning if you get a defensive tackle that is just a wrecker, that changes everything. And I don't necessarily think we need that star cornerback opposite Jack Jones. Don't get me wrong. It'd be great. But I don't think we absolutely need it if we get the right defensive tackle.
And see, this is where I push back on this. Because, yes, I do believe AP gets the best out of players. I've seen Malcolm Kuntz or whatever, but that's half a season. And that's half a season where they were happy McDaniels was gone. Okay, cool.
Right. But we got to see what's going to happen.
All of this is based off of hope that we hope Jacorian Bennett ascends and does what he's supposed to do. We hope that certain Malcolm Kuntz continues, right? Because what he did last year, anything less than last year is a failure if Malcolm Kuntz does not produce, right? Like, that's just fact. So we hope it, and he has to do that.
What makes us think that he won't? Though? What makes us think that
It's not saying that he won't. It's me saying that it's just a lot of hope-based shit. Like,
but it's all hope, though. No matter how you look at it, it's hope.
Certain teams in the league don't hope. Certain teams
Daniels is going to be good.
You know what I'm saying? Certain teams know.
Bro, we're hoping that Daniels is going to do what.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But listen to what I'm saying. In the AFC, we're going against a whole bunch of teams that know instead of hope. There's at least 4 teams to 5 teams that know if we get in the playoffs, I know this player is going to do X, Y, and Z. We got a whole bunch of shit where we hope our players do X, Y, and Z.
Houston was based on hope this year.
They were, once again, 4 other teams that can say Joe Burrow and them know when we get in the playoffs what we're going to do. Lamar Jackson, we know. Patrick Mahomes, we know.
The Bengals just now started getting good.
Exactly.
I mean, the Bengals had to get
good forever, bro.
They've been good in the playoffs.
Come on,
and then
bro.
they got in the playoffs and they beat us. I mean, it's all about, you just got to get, remember I said that a couple weeks ago? We just got to get to the dance. And then anything happens there. Let's just get in the playoffs. I'm saying, Rundown, if we get in the playoffs, you don't know what can happen. Let's just get there. You don't think?
And they're in a different situation because they have an actual long-term solution quarterback. And that's the next thing. I know y'all talk about like Russ coming here and all that. And I understand it's the money situation and whatever the case may be.
And he knows how to win. He literally knows how to do what you just talked about.
But I'm going to push back on this, and I continuously say it, bro. Y'all can call me crazy all you want. In a full simulated season, bro, Aiden O'Connell has a better season than Russell Wilson.
Nah.
So why? No, I'm dead ass. You want to talk about numbers, Turf? Look at all the numbers Aiden O'Connell had in them 9 games he played and factor that in for 17. Look at the stats of that. I guarantee you it's better stats than what Russ had that entire season. So why am I going with that? That's what I'm saying. I
think Russ is a better. I am an ALC supporter 100%, but I'm not going to sit here and be naive enough to think that he's better than Russell Wilson, who's won a Super Bowl, let alone the amount of playoff games.
But that's before.
It doesn't matter about, bro. You can't just dismiss somebody's whole entire successful.
If he's playing like trash now, then yes, I can.
But he wasn't playing like trash those last 8 games in Denver. In fact, he had numbers that put him in the top 5 as far as all quarterbacks.
And we talk about Aiden O'Connell being the best rookie quarterback of the whole thing. And once again, like I'm saying, if he had a full season, he's having a similar, if not better season than Russ. So then what's the difference?
Well,
that's my thing. Because money? And because he's been there before, bro. Currently, is he playing good? Currently, that's all I'm saying.
Yes, he is. That's the whole point. He is playing. Okay. Bro, he's playing good. He's actually playing good.
He's okay.
And for the record, 7 teams have won the Super Bowl without making the playoffs the previous year. So, unlike a rookie winning a Super Bowl, there's actually facts and statistics that show you can win a Super Bowl without making the playoffs.
See, because this man, I think y'all think he gonna have like a Matt Stafford effect.
No, I don't. I think he's gonna have a game manager's. I think Russell Wilson is going to have a game manager's effect. He's gonna come in and say, "Oh my God, every position offensively that I have, tight end, wide receiver 1 and 2, running backs, I don't have to do jack shit. I just need to get this ball to these people, let them do their job, and manage this game. I don't need to be the Russ of the old in Seattle where I got to roll out, make all these crazy plays with my legs because I actually have a team." So that's what I see. I see that in Russ.
No, I agree. I mean, as bad as we look at Russ's time in Denver, I mean, we can admit, especially that first year was bad. But you got to think, for what Russ did last year, I mean, just from a number standpoint, I mean, he threw 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
I'm telling you, bro.
No, and the thing is, he got benched the last 2 games. Like literally, like his season in Denver last year would probably rank number 3 as far as best seasons that the Raiders have had at quarterback for the last 20 years.
Period.
Harbaugh only had two better years than what Russ has had this last year.
Do you want to win a championship? Rundown. Do you want to win a championship or do you want to win the draft?
All I'm saying is this. This is what y'all fail to realize, which is so funny to me. And sometimes maybe this is what that old motherfucker was talking about earlier. Because look, we look at Russ, bro. And steady year by year, we've seen this man do this. Then this last year, he went to this. And now all of a sudden, we think that shit's going to go back up to this. That's a delusion.
No, that's not. See, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're misinterpreting
The
what we
way
think.
he played last year will not win a Super Bowl.
It will with what we have. It will with what we have.
Turn the ball over so dumb last year, bro. You will fucking rip your hair out, bro. You would rip your hair out at the way this. I don't
think you're gonna see that with the team he has around him. What did he have in Denver? What running back he have in Denver?
He had a whole bunch of receivers that couldn't catch.
So we're gonna sit here and act like nobody was like, "Oh my God, Sean Payton! Oh, Denver's gonna be doing something." So we're gonna act like nobody said that last year.
I mean, on paper it sounded great on paper, but the thing is, Sean Payton might be Gruden 2.0.
On paper, we look good with Jimmy G, didn't we?
Yeah,
I never agree with Jimmy.
But here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. Jimmy has not been known as being able to throw. Everyone knows that. Now, he was a good game manager. Now, the thing is, we can't sit here and act like Russell Wilson can't throw the football now. We can't act like that.
Right.
And Russell is at least mobile enough to help himself if things go haywire on the offensive line. Now, all we need him to do is just manage the game because you got a Josh Jacobs, you got a Zeus, you got a nice young tight end, you got one of the best receivers. You got probably the top 3 number 2 receiver. If you get an offensive line, Russ can make it work, I think.
I don't know, man. I can't hop on the train.
Run down. You're gonna have to admit it.
I'm not gonna hop on the train
one day.
Well,
I gotta take a stamp at something.
No. My question to you though: what is most important to you? Getting players that you want or winning a Super Bowl? That's the honest question I have. What is the most important to you?
The most important thing is making sure that the Raiders are good long term, not just
and that's where you lost me. That's where you
long term, bro. Like that's not a long term solution, and that's where y'all continue to go. Y'all want quick ass fixes. 24/7. Yes, y'all do. No. Everybody wants a quick fix. I just want this now, blah, blah, blah. But you don't realize that if you try to do that, sometimes it's not the best thing. It can look sexy because it's $2 million.
Run down.
He ain't been there, bro.
If we were the Panthers, if we were the Patriots,
bro.
I agree. I know you're not buying it because you're not listening, but what I'm trying to explain to you is, bro, we actually have a team that can win now. If you put the right pieces in place. So you don't want to hear that for whatever reason.
I'm not saying that, but y'all are under the delusion that every single piece and everything we want is going to get signed. That's not how the shit works. It don't happen like that all the time.
We don't need a whole
hypothetical.
Exactly. It's hypothetical, but the other pieces, we don't need a whole lot. That's my point. We need 3 people. Why do we need more than the defensive and the offensive and the cornerback? Why do we need more?
We need more than 3 people.
What more do we need? So what more do we need then?
I mean, for me to really be competitive, I mean, we just need to shore up the trenches. Like honestly, I would like 2 defensive tackles because I'd rather.
We have money for it.
Yeah, like I'd rather Tyree come off the bench and just be a rotational player. I would like a linebacker, because. We could upgrade there. Corner, I like another corner to push Ja'Cory Bennett, and offensive line. So, I mean, to me, I say we need a good 6 or 7 solid people, to me.
And how many can we get in free agency? How many can we get in free agency?
See, and that's what I'm saying. With Russ, you can get 2 stars right there. 2 star. I don't.
And we just
$1 million if we give that quarterback.
That's fine. That's fine.
We just said that this is the biggest, most stacked draft we've ever seen in our lifetime. So you're telling me we can't get 4 more pieces in this draft? We got how many picks? And you're telling me our first 4 picks can't be solid picks to actually help the team.
But y'all been telling me y'all want veteran pieces, bro. Like at the end of the day, I understand. I understand you want. I understand the rest thing. I get it. But all I'm saying is, bro, that's 2 years. And then look, and in the 2 years, say if we do not win the Super Bowl, say if we get to the playoffs and don't win a game, then what? Like because
you're still at the same spot you're at, but you're not any further behind.
Yeah, because we use it. Because
what do you mean? What?
because we
We
use the
don't have
draft.
a fucking quarterback still.
And you'll get one.
Oh my God! Because then in 2 years we're gonna be like, you know what? In 2 years we're gonna be like, you know what? This veteran is available, so we might as well go ahead and go with this veteran because it's cheaper.
What happens when you get one? So what happens when you go to the first? You get the first pick and Daniels doesn't pan out because that's a possibility. What do you do now? You just say,
"Oh,
now
That's
that's going to wreak havoc
Still
on you
bread.
for the next decade."
There's still money. Still got bread. You still got bread at least. Because at least you still have money. You're not paying a big ass quarterback.
Now I'm completely lost because I don't know anybody in their right mind.
You don't have no picks, but you have money at least. But at the end of the day, Turf, if you get Russ, and listen. Look, if you get Russ, he don't work. Okay, now let's go to Aiden O'Connell. And Aiden O'Connell got the same deficiencies we've been saying he's had the whole time. And now we're stuck again in the same fucking position the next 2 years that we've been in the whole time. Like, do we forget pre-Carr? This is what the fuck we're going to right now.
No.
That's what we're about to be doing.
You're way off on this
Yes,
one. My question to you is, what do you think? What do you think the Panthers have the ability to do now after what they've done? What do you honestly think the Panthers have a legitimate shot in 5 years, let alone 10?
That's why they got rid of all them. They
in the NFC, bro. We in the AFC. It's a completely different fucking story. They're in the NFC.
I agree.
We're in a completely different boat, bro.
The NFC is way harder than the NFC, and that's my whole point. That's my question to you. They're in the weakest conference, and they're still never going to come close because of what they've done to get that quarterback that didn't pan out. Because I'm telling you right now, Bryce.
Because you're saying after 1 year now this man is garbage. It's complete trash.
I didn't say he's garbage. What I'm saying is he's not going to pan out. He's not going to be the quarterback that gets them to the promised land. That's my opinion. So you know why I can say that too? Stats tell me that. You know what I'm saying? When you look, and that's where history comes into play, right? Because if you don't pay attention to history, you can repeat it, good or bad. And what I'm explaining to you is bad history repeating is what we're about to do, and I'm okay with it, meaning going all the way up to number one spot, giving your whole livelihood up for a quarterback that may not pan out. And I can guarantee you the stats tell you for the people that did that, it didn't work out well.
Real quick. So rundown, I think the part that you're failing to think about is because at least if it doesn't work out with Russ and we still go ahead and use the draft for the trenches or whatever, we still are plugging those other holes. Yes. So if we do got to go back into the quarterback market, it's just less. This is more of a plug and play. At some point, it just be more of a plug and play. But we got everything else around it.
Whole team, exactly.
We got everything else around it. Like you're forgetting that we're.
And then, but listen, bro. But listen. I understand that. But then you become the fucking Jets, where you say, "Oh my God, we have all this talent and all this, bro."
Why is that bad? Exactly.
But listen. Your whole thing is now we don't have a long-term solution. Now we don't. They don't have a long-term solution.
They do. They have Aaron Rodgers, and they will find someone else in the meantime. I guarantee you, they're going to try to follow the same model.
They're in a great position, bro.
Green Bay Packers.
They're in a great position.
They are in a fabulous. The Jets are in a fabulous position, bro.
They're definitely not, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not good.
Just being a quarterback away. That is I would love to be in that position.
They're gonna be fucked if Aaron Rodgers does not perform well. That's the whole thing, and we're hoping he performs well. We're hoping he performs well. But at the end of the day, he's got to come back off that injury and all the other shit. So that's a what if and a hope.
It's a what if and a hope. But if you look at Aaron Rodgers' track record, I think you're probably going to run with it. It's all a hope and a wish. But if you look at his history and track record, I think you probably go with that.
Okay, but he hasn't won a Super Bowl in forever. And if they don't win a Super Bowl, it's a fail. No, they ain't even made the playoffs.
We all saw what happened to Aaron Rodgers. They gave that man no help.
But
they let his receiver walk, and they gave the man no help to where he eventually forced the trade.
If they do not win a Super Bowl, is it a fail?
Yes. If they don't win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years, it's absolutely a fail.
If they do not have a long-term solution after Aaron Rodgers, because they're not taking a quarterback in the first round.
Of course not.
They
Probably
don't
not taking a quarterback.
Exactly.
Okay, but listen.
Bro, there are a million quarterbacks in the
But
league
listen.
right now that could be formidable.
Behind Aaron Rodgers,
No, that's in the league on the other 31 teams. You got
They
a
can get
lot
Spencer
of
Rattler.
guys, bro.
They can get Michael Penix in a second.
Bro, so everybody that gets drafted.
Maybe.
No. So my question is this rundown. So everybody that gets drafted this year at quarterback now is just all garbage if they don't start next year or the year after. Now there's no way to trade
if they
for.
want to do that, because they still have
So
holes
there's
too.
no-
Their whole
there's no
offensive
more
line is
Baker Mayfield.
garbage.
There's no more Baker Mayfields to ever come walk the earth where he gets drafted by the Browns and is garbage. But now he brought the Bucks to a playoff game, right? You see what I'm saying? The kid is balling, man. We all give Baker respect now. And all I'm trying to explain to you is there are going to be some of those quarterbacks in this draft, and you can still go get those guys later on down the road.
And the Seahawks, what's the Seahawks quarterback, Geno? I mean, sometimes it take guys a little bit longer to get going, and they need to change the scenery.
100%.
And it's coaching. It's coaching.
Bro.
Yeah, a lot of it is coaching, bro. A lot of it is coaching because
I understand y'all want the veteran thing, but
They don't
y'all
want to
talking about Band-Aids. Again, Band-Aid.
Band-Aid.
It's not a Band-Aid. Yes, it is. It's a Band-Aid because rest is the Band-Aid, bro.
For a chip, I'll take it. And that's why
But
I
once
asked you that
again,
specific question. Do you want a
Can
chip?
we
or
win
do
a
you want
playoff?
to just be
Can we
good?
win a fucking playoff game before we fucking
So-
go to the
So
championship?
you telling me?
We
So
ain't
you
even
telling
won
me?
a fucking playoff game.
So you telling me you want to be
Where?
Tom? You want to be Tom? You want to be Tomlin? You want to be Mike Tomlin? You want to be Mike Tomlin? You don't care about real chips. You just want to make
We
sure.
haven't even sniffed what Mike Tomlin has done.
I agree.
We
but
ain't
what
even got to the playoffs, bro.
but I'm
Like
trying
every
to
time we get to the
but I'm
playoffs,
trying
we
to-
get fucking embarrassed.
What I'm trying to
Embarrassed.
ask you though, what is more important to you? Having longevity of not winning a Super Bowl or just winning a Super Bowl?
Can we have longevity first? Shit, we don't even have longevity.
That's what I mean,
Every time-
longevity.
Like,
I don't want
goddamn,
that.
bro, can we
I
have
don't
fucking
want that.
longevity?
I don't want that. I want Super Bowl.
Bro, and you think it's
I
gonna
want
go,
Super Bowl.
oh, here we go,
I don't
one
want-
Super Bowl
I
right
don't
here this
want
next year. It's not gonna
longevity.
happen, bro.
I don't want to be the Patriots less the Super
The
Bowl.
Patriots,
Less the Super Bowls. The
I
Patriots
want to at
dominated.
least make the
The Patriots
playoffs. This is where we
dominated.
at, bro. Like,
Here we go.
y'all
Hold
know-
on. This goes to what we've been talking about in the chat. Maybe it's a generational thing because Rundown has never seen a good Raiders
That's
team.
what I'm saying. Like, damn, we
We-
just sitting here.
we
Oh,
gotta
we can make the
understand
Super Bowl leap after 8 fucking good games. It's like, fuck. I haven't even seen one good full season. So
Right.
now all of a sudden I'm gonna take my hopes to say like, oh shit, after 8 good games, I'm gonna be, oh yeah, Super Bowl. Like, I'm not gonna do that, bro. I can't. I cannot.
It's part of the dysfunction. It's part of the Raider dysfunction. 100%. I agree. It's part of the Raider dysfunction. And that's the part that's hard for people to not see. When you don't have the history and you're just stuck in the dysfunction, you're dysfunctional. That's just what it is. So you're going to grab at whatever you can see. And this is where I'm just trying to teach you that experience side of things, and having the understanding and the history lesson can help. And I know that doesn't sound right or make sense to you right now. I get it. Eventually it will, because you're going to come of age one day, Rundown, and you're going to be like, bro, I've seen this play a million times. And now you're going to be trying to teach some young boys about that play you've seen a million times, and they're going to be laughing at you, calling you young, calling you crazy. I mean, old, calling you crazy. And you're going to be like, yo, I've seen this a million times. And I know
And
how
I've seen people talking about the Lions, right? I understand people talk about the Lions, but it took them 2 years to get to that point. It took Dan Campbell 1 full season and then this next year. So can we give him a full season? Shit.
I hear you, but I've already get. Hey, bro, the 49ers, Redskins, Rams, Ravens, Patriots, Giants, and Saints with the Rams turned around from a 4-12 season to win a Super Bowl. I'm just telling you what the stats are telling you.
Bro, even Sean McVay had a couple years before they started going to the playoffs. He was trash a couple years.
But why is it like Super Bowl or bust for you though?
It's not Super Bowl or bust. I'm saying I just want to
actually
make
the opposite.
it's Super Bowl or bust for sure.
Yeah.
I
No, it's
want to
not.
sit there and say
It's
like,
not
hey, bro,
Super
I just
Bowl.
want to make the playoffs.
I
Make the playoffs.
I
Win a
the
playoff game.
world.
Show-
I want
show some
the
shit.
both worlds. And I want to make sure the possibilities stay on the table. See, that's where you're missing my points. I want the best of both worlds, Rundown. I've been on this earth for 50 years. I want the best of both worlds. I want to win a chip now, but also be good for the rest of the year.
That's not how it works. That's what I'm saying. You're not the way it's been right now, the way we are right now, right? We're trying to build something long term. You can tell they're trying to build something long term.
I agree, but that doesn't mean you can't win right now. That doesn't mean
they're trying to at least make the play. They have to beat the fucking Chiefs
It doesn't have
first.
to be either or. It don't
We
gotta be
beat the Chiefs first. We haven't even done that shit. We can't even do that. We can't even win our own division. So how in the fuck am I going to expect a Super Bowl jump and we can't even beat our own? We can't even win our own fucking division.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you. If you do win your division, can you win a Super Bowl?
Sure, you can.
So why not try to beat your division?
But we have not done it. You talk about history all the time. Give me history in the last 5 years. Who's
the last team to beat the Chiefs?
Oh my God! Oh shit! Yeah, it's us. It's us.
Who's the last team?
But guess what? We beat the Chiefs the last time. Took that lap around the stadium, talked all that shit, and we ain't beat them until now.
You think that's
going to happen? Look, no, but I'm just saying that's how history plays out.
You think that ring around the rosy is going to happen again with AP now?
But listen, we don't know. Do we know? At the end of the day,
it's all a what if.
But every time you talk about history, history tells us every time we beat them once, they whoop our ass for 6 consecutive times, and then we beat them another one time. So how can we expect to make a Super Bowl?
Hey, see, and this is where it gets interesting because that's your history. That's not the old people's history. The old people's history is we've been whooping the Chiefs' ass, and they just started catching them. See, that's the difference.
Come on, bro. Are you speak on it, Prince? Because you're
telling me. So you're telling me at the beginning of the NFL, the Chiefs has always had our number.
Oh well, come on, man. The beginning of the NFL.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You have to look at the history.
I've been alive.
See,
now I have to see. That's why I have to give y'all the history lesson. I have to give y'all the history lesson, and that's what I'm trying to get across to y'all.
They're killing us in the overall record, Turf. You know.
I agree.
I'm in the middle of y'all generation, but now you wild, Turf.
No, I'm not wilding, but I agree. No, all I'm trying to say is that there was a point in time where that wasn't the case, and we can get back there. History can repeat itself, but you have to know your history in order to not repeat what you don't want. And again, that's all I'm trying to get across. That's the only point I'm trying to get across.
And just like when you were talking to Cromartie yesterday, and he was telling you about how the Chargers smashed us all that time. And the thing is, that was history then. Now we've changed that. Now we've met them. We match them every year.
We fixed it.
And I'm saying we could do that with KC.
100%.
We gotta make it happen. But run down. Keep your head up, brother.
I know.
You gonna be all right, baby.
Look, you see how I put the hood on because Turf is fucking depressing me. As soon as Turf went back and said the history when the league fucking started, I had to put my fucking hood on. There's no way, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, he lost me there too.
Look, listen.
He went back to the 30s.
We was talking about the last 5 to 10 years, bro. And the last 5 to 10 years ain't kind, bro. Look, they beat, and this is how bad it gets. They beat our ass with 2 different quarterbacks. Right. With Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I just want us to show, because this is why I say win the division is so important, just for us specifically, right? I know we in the AFC, but for us specifically, it's so important because the Chiefs is just big dog in the NFL anyway.
Yes.
Right? Like they big dog in the NFL anyway. So it's important to me to win the division because then it shows we're ready. We there. You feel what I'm saying? Like if we can beat them.
Went back when they was wearing these helmets.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
They was wearing these joints.
Yo.
He had to put the leather. Oh, you had to put the leather.
Back in these days.
That's fire, bro.
Oh, that's when the field goal post is inside of the end zone.
Shout out to the leather head.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of those. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, that's dope. That was dope. No,
Shout
real
out.
talk, that was dope.
Hey, Turf, I had to get you, dog. You
Shout
went back
out.
to the 30s, bro.
Look, hey, and for the record, it's my job to push the envelope on my side of the fence. Do I agree with a lot? Look, I do honestly believe that you have to pay attention to history. History absolutely will repeat itself tenfold. And I mean, pay attention based on that accordingly, right? It can be a good repeating or it can be a bad repeating. It's up to you to pay attention so that it doesn't or does happen accordingly. And that's really what it boils down to. And age will tell you that. You know what I mean? Rundown, trust me, man, I get it. I get frustrated with some people and their ways of thinking as well when it comes to age and elderly, man. But the truth is, dig deep, because there are nuggets and gems you will find, and there's reasons why these people feel the way they do, including myself. And you know, it'll help you as time moves forward. That's
so
all.
Let's go ahead and talk about this. We was already talking about it in the chat. I think this would be good. Then we can start bringing in some of our other people that want to come in. But Chris, I want to start with you, man. Like, because I put it to you like this: in my lifetime, I've seen every other team in our division get us with no Vaseline. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Every other team in my lifetime, I've seen every other team.
I get it.
In our division, spank us nicely. So
I get it.
For you, right? Like, what have you seen? Like, how? Like, what kind of factors into how you be thinking?
See, the thing is, I think I just realized that everything happens in cycles for the most part, and I just have to live by it because, you know, I remember, you know, like especially like around 99, 98, 2000, so like we was smacking everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's been a while, but we've had our chance. But the thing is, we haven't been able to get our circle back around because multiple factors. A bad drafting. We caught Al Davis at the end of his time where I love Al, but he set us back decades with some of his decisions.
He really did.
So we're just really trying to crawl out of it, honestly. We've had a lot of bad drafting during, you know, even after Davis. You know, I think Reggie McKenzie made some mistakes. You know, we know that Mayock and them made some mistakes. You know, McDaniels did some stuff to set us back. So, I mean, I think right now I feel comfortable with our front office. So I think that we can get back to, we've already kind of evened the score with the Chargers. And I think we're smashing. I mean, honestly, we're smashing the Broncos now. So we kind of we can check them off. And I think we're getting to the point where we're about to check off the Chargers. We just got the king on the hill to beat, and then we'll be all right.
See, but this is why I say it's so different, right? Like with Peyton, when Peyton was at Denver. See, this is what I remember. Peyton at Denver, whooping on us, whatever the case. But you kind of knew Peyton and them wasn't sustainable long term, right? At some point, Peyton was going to decline, and even that year they won the bowl, like he didn't do much anyway. But with the Chiefs, it's different because, like I told Turf when he was gone, like they've beaten us with two different quarterbacks. Alex Smith, they was winning the division still. They were still winning the division with Alex Smith.
But we was beating them though. We was beating them during that time.
But they were better than us at the end of the day. But now that they done grabbed Mahomes, right, it's different now because now we're looking at this motherfucker like, this is the best quarterback in the league. Like, he's finna be here for a number of years. Yeah. So now it's like,
another decade.
It's different now. You know what I mean? And that's why I say winning the division is so important, bro. Like, you can beat them consistently or we're on, bro.
Right.
I mean, but you got to think, though, KC, I mean, for a while there, out of the three teams, KC was the one that I thought we had a chance on beating. Back in that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
100%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, you know, we wasn't beating the Chargers at all during, like, I think it was 8 years. We went 8 years without beating them. Like, Phillip Rivers and them used to do us filthy. And Drew Brees did us filthy. And then the Peyton era, even Jake Plummer used to kind of do us dirt. And who was before Peyton Manning? Didn't someone before Peyton Manning smack us around?
Before Peyton?
Right.
They were having trouble before Peyton. Remember, they had like
maybe it was
Weiler and all that other dumb shit over there.
No, actually, Cutler used to push our shit in sometimes
Yeah,
too.
Cutler
with Denver, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But I used to always be able to check the Chiefs game. I'm like, well, we'll at least beat them. So it's like a cycle, man. Because then once the Chiefs start getting like Priest Holmes in them,
right?
And I think Trent Green, like they had some years where they were. So it's a cycle. We just need. We just got to get back to our turn. That's all.
Right.
Exactly.
So turn for you, right? Like when you was watching, how were the Raiders compared to everybody else in the AFC West? Like we were big dog, correct?
Absolutely. As a kid, even way younger than you. See, I'm a 70s baby, so I got to see all the, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, but not in the same light and sentiment. And you're gonna understand this as well to run down. Trust me, bro. I actually left the Raiders at your age. Real talk, right? Because it was devastating for me. No. It was devastating for me to not be able to play the game no more. So you got to remember that was at you're 25. I graduated college at 23, I think. I was trying to be a lifelong student. My parents was like, nah. Bro, real talk. Y'all know this is a little story time for Turf. I stayed in school for 7 years straight. I've never missed a single semester. I'm never going to say I didn't fail a semester, but I never, you know how people take break? No, your boy Turf should have a doctrine right now. And I am a professor in jiu-jitsu, but I should have a doctrine. I was in school for 7 freaking years straight. I didn't miss a single semester. I didn't take a semester off, and I was in it.
Did you get to see Bo's 40?
I did. Bo's 40 was
my dad. That's my dad's guy right there. That's my dad's guy.
Bro. See, I had a love-hate relationship with Bo, kind of like the Jordan thing. Y'all all know Marcus Allen was my guy. I was like, why are they doing this to my guy? Yeah. I still haven't.
Marcus dirty.
I haven't had the chance to ask him. I can guarantee y'all one day in private, I'm going to ask this man that. And if he tells me he doesn't want to answer it, great. If he tells me he answers it and don't want me to say nothing, great. But I'm going to let y'all know before I die, damn it. I'm going to figure out what the hell happened there because it pained me.
Kind of dirty.
It pained me, bro. It pained me. And then to watch him jumping over the pile with a Kansas City jersey on.
So was Marcus before your time, Chris?
It was horrible, bro.
So I saw Marcus, but Bo was the one that made me really a Raider fan because when I was young, of course, living in Ohio, you know, I didn't get a chance to watch the Raiders all like that. My dad was a diehard Browns fan, so I watched them. It wasn't until, you know, Bo Jackson when I was able to really, really dig into it and get them. But I hated what they did to Marcus because Marcus was a monster. And it's like just because you have personal, conflicts with him, you know, you put him at fullback and don't give him no carries, have him on the bench.
They should have used them accordingly, bro.
Oh yeah, Marcus was a beast, man. But again, that goes back to one of the reasons why our cycle, because Al Davis started making bad decisions, and we just went into just a downward spiral, you know, after that as he got older. So
I'm fully aware of the downward spiral. fully aware. If shit like this. Remember when Al Davis traded high draft picks for Randy Moss? They traded him to New England for a cold cheese sandwich. Yeah.
It's true.
It's shit like that. Like where you be like, God damn.
Yeah.
That shit was horrible, bro.
Honestly, that's why, like, I think back about the last few years of Al Davis, and again, like, that's why I love those teams of, like, people wonder why, like, I love Hugh Jackson so much, because, like, those were, like, the only good experiences while Al was, like, towards the end, because Al made us go so far back. It was I thought we were going to, I probably felt the way that Rundown feels, like, we're never going to get out of this mess. That's how Al used to make me feel.
I'll admit it, man. I was ready for that dude to go. I hate to say it, but I'll admit it, bro. Nobody wanted to say it. I was like, this dude's got to go.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on? Like the Hayward Bay draft and the Mike Mitchell draft. Like that's the one that took me. That almost took me out.
Hayward Bay took me out. That Hayward Bay took me out. And that's why
I was mad at that one. I'm not gonna lie. I was young, but I didn't like it either. I didn't really understand it. I was like, bro, this like what is he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Right.
But run down. The crazy thing is, imagine us watching the draft. We're watching the draft and we're like, okay, we knew we needed a receiver. We knew it. So we were like, hey, Crabtree was right there on the board. We all just knew we was getting Crabtree. We're like, yes.
Damn.
And my thing is, we didn't get Crabtree. We got Hayward Bay. I think Hayward Bay was probably even like the third or fourth or fifth receiver.
See, now when you start talking Hayward Bay, that's when I start getting into my fandom, right? Like Darren McFadden made me that's what made me a Red fan, bro. I love Darren McFadden.
No, I love DMC, bro.
Run down, but the made it worse on that draft because you probably remember Hayward Bay. But the next pick, we drafted Mike Mitchell, and he wasn't even like they didn't even have no information on him. Like Mel Kiper and them, they didn't even have him in a book because he wasn't even ranked. He was like the 20th ranked safety. He wasn't even in the book. And I about lost my mind. I'm like, Mel Kiper don't even know this guy, and it's our second round pick.
We couldn't even identify the dude.
Couldn't even identify him.
See, it sounds like some shit that happened like 3 years ago, where you be like, Damon Arnett, who is that? Who the fuck is that?
Damon Arnett was the least known. Nobody knew Mike Mitchell. Nobody. Nobody knew Mike Mitchell.
I agree. Nobody. Not a single soul. Not a single soul.
They couldn't even put him in Madden. Like, he ain't have a face in Madden or nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
See, okay. Yeah. See, but that's where, like, my fandom started. Like, you talk about Jacoby Ford. You know what I mean? We talking about Darius Hayward Bay. All these guys, like that's where it starts right there. And bro, who was the guy? Who was the running back behind Darren McFadden? He was a light-skinned dude. Bean.
You talking about Michael Bush or
Michael Bush? Oh, he was behind Darren McFadden. It was but Michael Bush. I remember Michael Bush and all that. Dude.
Yeah, Michael Bush was he was a big boy from Louisville.
He was cool. I used to like him a little bit.
Bush was a little bit. Bush was cool.
We used to have a little stable of dudes, but then it's like, I feel like with us, it always go back to like goddamn quarterback history. I swear it do.
Yeah,
it does. It does.
I mean, okay, out of our whole existence, like, I think could you put like only like 4 good quarterbacks in our whole existence?
Nah, it's not a lot.
No.
And this is so rundown, real talk. This is actually where I do agree with you, bro. This is where history doesn't do us kindly, right? And that's where I agree with you on the fact that it is time to just, blow away the bank, bro. Just you've never done it. Your history tells you you've never done it, right? You know, it only came at opportune times. And for once in your life, man, go for something. And that's where I 100% am with you, my dude. You have no idea. Again, I have to for one stand up for the old folks. Shout out to the old folks. Bro. I have to stand up for us. But with that being said, you're 100% correct, bro. The Raider way ain't been working from the quarterback.
Quarterback? Ooh.
Ain't been working, bro. So I am all for it. And before I say another word, before y'all say another word,
let's get some more grown man bars in here. Get some more grown man bars in here.
I'm in the building.
Get some grown man bars in here.
What's up, big bro? What's up, bro?
Oh, I'm good, man. I've been listening to y'all chat it up, man.
Did you have one of these when you played?
Yeah. Something like that, dog.
Hey,
how y'all doing, fellas?
We doing great, but we about to give you this shine. We want you to talk. I want you to talk. I just want you to give the sentiment right, on just the history, how you right, your Raiders, all that, because people need to hear that. People don't know, man. Give us your
team. And before you go, real quick, Pops, Charles, you asked me this question because this man right here, bro, took me to Oakland, and when I first saw that Coliseum, it was over, done.
Yeah. I remember the first time we took you. I think it was the 2004 season, 2005 season. You know, we went there, and you was about 5 years old. You know, we took you. We went and saw Denver. That was the first time we had ever went to Oakland, because your mom and I, we used to go to the LA Coliseum. Our first game together was like 1990. You know, so we took you, and you know, of course, we got smashed by Denver. We wasn't that good that year, but that was your first kickoff to being a Raider fan. And we went to every opening home game from the time you was 5 years old to the time you was 20 years old. So, you know, we had a long history of doing that, man. And, you know, you got that Raider blood, and I'm proud that you got it, man. You know, but I tell you, my introduction to the Raider Nation, you know, I've been a fan since 93. 83. You know what I mean? I remember that Marcus Allen run. You know what I mean? You know, that's that, you know. That was it for me.
Got that exact situation. Real talk, ladies and gentlemen. I've met a lot of people between 45 to 55. We all got the same thing. Sorry, Rundown. Keep going.
No, it's all good, bro. You know, you're exactly right, man. You know, that was a magical team. You know what I mean? And it was just something about that silver and black. You know, because I'm from Gary, Indiana, so. You know, early on, you know, I like the Chicago Bears.
You a Midwestern guy?
Yeah.
I knew I liked that.
I got peoples out there. I got a homeboy, Quadre Wallace, that played ball in Montana State. This kid was phenomenal. He's our age. You're gonna know who he is. I also got another kid, Mike. We'll talk later. Keep going.
Okay, no doubt. Yeah. But I'm from Gary, so I used to like the Bears. You know, but then when we moved out here, you know, I just used to watch football every Sunday, and I just kept seeing the Raiders, and I fell in love with Marcus Allen first. You know what I mean? That was my first Raider, you know, that I fell in love with. You know, Marcus was my guy, you know what I mean? And then I went to my first Raider game, actually playoff game in '85 when they lost to the Patriots at the LA Coliseum. That was the Patriot team that went on to get beat by the '85 Bears in that Super Bowl. So, but yeah, I was at that home game, that playoff game, and it was nothing like that crowd. That was the first time I'd ever been to a football game, but it was just nothing like that Raider crowd. And I was probably maybe like 14, and I felt it then, you know. And ever since then, I've just been, you know, plugged in that way. Then I started going to my own Raider games in about 1989-90, taking Rundown's mom. We were dating at the time, and that's when we saw the Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen years, you know. Jay Schrader was back there playing, you know, we had Willie Gold, you know, we had a hell of a defensive line with Howie Long and Greg Townsend and all them guys, man, you know. So the Raiders have always been dominant. In those years, we dominated the AFC West as well. You know, we dominated the Chiefs. I went, his mom and I probably saw the Chiefs and the Chiefs Raiders, the Chiefs Broncos and Chargers, you know. We seen the Raiders beat them, you know, many a times, you know what I mean? And we dominated back then. That's when they had John Elway and all those guys, you know. So we know what Raider dominance looks like. We know what that Raider feels like. So when AP says, yeah, we trying to get, we want that Raider way back, we know exactly what he's talking about.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
yes,
we know exactly what he's talking about because it's a feel. You know what I mean? And what he's trying to do, you know, to ping pong it back here, what he's trying to do, he's trying to bring that swagger back. And I know all you guys know that already, but you know what? It's nothing like having that power when you're a good team and you're the Raiders. You know what I mean? There's a certain synergy that goes with that. And you guys saw it the way the crowd reacted to him in Vegas. You know what I mean? Everybody wants that feeling back. You know what I mean? And I love and admire the passion that you fellas throw down here. You know what I mean? Every couple of times a week, man. You know what I mean? Because, you know, y'all guys are really in the trenches with it, man. And it's wonderful. Sometimes his mom, She's like, all you do is listen to Raiders all day long. Like, you get up in the morning, it's the Raiders. You go to sleep, it's the Raiders. You know what I mean? So he's laughing because he already knows. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know what I mean? But I try to tell her, and she's been, like I said, she knows, but it's the passion that we have that's unlike any other fan base, especially in football. Any other, man. So yeah, salute to y'all fellas, man, for y'all doing y'all thing the way y'all doing it, man. And I'm open for discussion with y'all, man. You know, let's keep talking. I love what y'all talking.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I gotta let you know though, yo, some might get a little disrespectful against us old folks, man.
Hey,
rundown. You better keep them goddamn perspectives, dog.
Listen. This is what y'all think I argue with y'all. You don't think I've had the same arguments with this man and that guy? You be doing the same thing.
He done kicked you out the house 3-4 times over your argument.
Look, me and this guy go round and round, you know what I mean? And Turf, you know, I be loving how you come at him because I come at him like that a lot too. You know what I mean? Because he has that, I want to hurry up and win right now. And I get it. Like you said, I get it. We haven't given this younger generation much to go off of.
Right.
You know, like when he was younger, you know, but see what I would do with him, you know, even when he played football, you know what I mean? Like I would just always inject. Let me sit you down so you can look at some history real quick. Let me show you why we feel the way we feel about the Raiders. You know what I mean? And it's like I think every older Raider fan that has a younger Raider fan, that's their responsibility.
It is.
You know, they need to know the greats. You know,
you gotta start them early, bro.
Yeah. You know, and even though I started, you know, even though my Raiderdom really started in '83. Like, man, I go back and look at those 70s Raider teams. It's like I felt like I watched them. You know what I mean? Because I've seen so much history. I've studied up. I've watched complete games. I've watched complete 70s games. You know what I mean? Just to sit up and, you know, and say, okay, I really want to see how they came to be, how they are. And you can see it. You can see it. If you go back to the 70s and just sit down and be patient enough to watch a game and don't look for 5 receiver sets and all that craziness. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just go back and watch the game and watch the essence of the game. And you'll see why people are so dialed in to the Raiders the way they are, especially older people, because we gave it to you guys.
Yeah.
We gave this to you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain way that the Raiders played even back then. If you're a real football fan and you're a real Raider fan, some of you younger guys can go back there and watch those games and still sit there and be proud. Like, damn, I see why. Them dudes came off the ball. Them dudes played hard. Them dudes played with intimidation. Y'all go back and watch Cliff Branch. Cliff Branch can play today, right now. It's certain guys that you can see. So keep your fandom up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we all gonna rock in this together. But I'm gonna tell you what. Let's jump on this real quick, dog, because I was loving the quarterback talk. You know. One thing I want to say is I'm an AOC fan, and I'm gonna be off the rim. I'm an AOC fan. I'm not underestimating this kid, but I really truly believe yes, we do need to bring in a veteran, and we also do need to draft. We need to draft a quarterback. And the way it's looking now, we might not have to give up all that draft capital to go up there and do something like that, because I think AOC could be something that we can really get on in the future. But right now, let's go get a veteran. And I don't mind Russ. I'll be totally honest with you. I don't mind Russ as well, because Russ had a good season last year. We're Bronco haters, and you know, my son knows I hate every team in our division with a passion. But I'm going to be real. If you just watch his body of work, look what he did in Buffalo. Look what he did in some of the games that he played in against some good teams. He made plays. And I'm just going to be honest, man. It's like, he plays for the enemy, but the man made plays. And it would make all the sense in the world to grab a guy like him and spend all that bread on getting other guys in here.
Yeah.
Because if you're not paying a quarterback, even if we're not paying even if we paying a quarterback $20 million, that's a steal. $25 million, that's a steal. But if you paying a guy $2 million,
that's what I'm saying. To me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Are we off the Justin Fields talk?
I mean, you know what? I would.
He's in Atlanta, bro. He's gone.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah,
to.
but they've been talking about Kirk Cousins though.
Yeah, I've been hearing
Think about
Kirk
that. They've been
Cousins a
talking about
lot
Kirk Cousins
too.
a lot.
All smoke screen and mirrors, bro.
I'm in Atlanta. No, hey, look, I'm telling you, that shit is real, bro. They
I'm gonna tell you,
like
look,
Kirk.
Because they're questioning if Justin Fields could run the Ram style offense. That's kind of the question that they're asking with that offensive coordinator that they got over there. So that's why it's kind of a halt on maybe just going to hit Justin real quick, because they kind of want to see if you can put Kirk Cousins with a young nucleus over there.
He can elevate them a little bit.
They might not necessarily want a younger guy with a young nucleus like that, because they might need some veteran leadership for that position.
Yeah.
So Kirk Cousins is real in Atlanta. That could be a possibility. And if that happens, then, Justin Fields, I would not mind taking a flyer on that kid either.
All day.
I think there's some things he could do.
How you feel, Chris? How you feel about Justin if we was to grab Justin?
I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather have Russ. But if we got Justin,
really?
I'd rather have Russ. I mean, because to me, it's the money aspect.
Well, that's it.
But you don't have to pay Justin anything this year.
Yeah. You don't have to pay him this year either.
Yeah, but the thing is,
you gonna pay him more than you paying Russ. You paying him more than you paying Russ.
Decision on Justin though. That's the thing, because now if Justin has a decent year, we might have to overpay him.
You're gonna have to pay him, yeah, regardless.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's
you're gonna have to pay him regardless.
You gotta make a quick decision. Like I don't want to be in that position where he does just enough to like entice us. And
right.
Kind of like what Carr did. Kind of like what Carr did. Carr had just a good enough season right before the contract year, and then we cashed the boy out, and then we stuck.
Well, I always say the problem with Carr is like you paid him to be a top 10 quarterback, and he never was that. So then that's the problem there. You know what I mean? Like, so with Justin, now it's like, are you gonna like? Well, then the price tag on the quarterbacks is so damn high. It don't matter what he is. Like,
but listen, guys, listen. If I'm not mistaken, Justin Fields is maybe like 6 months older than some of these guys that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? So
that is true.
So
younger than some of them, I think.
Here's another thing. Okay, Justin might have a few little things to prove, but also he's already proved that he's an NFL caliber playmaker at a high level. And here's another thing. Now we all talk about. I know
high level though. I don't know if we're gonna say high level yet.
Oh, a playmaker, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's a high level playmaker.
Okay,
he's a high level playmaker. Yeah. You know, we watched some because my son and I watched some of those things last year because we kind of dialed in on them, and you know we were just really paying attention because my brother's a big Bears fan, so we kind of watch, and so I'm like, dude, this kid can make plays. You know what I mean? And if you really start digging in and dialing in, he made some great plays. I mean, now you add Getsy over here with us, but you give him a different type of running game, a really formidable running game, consistency on defense, receivers and a tight end that are really good. I think this guy has an upside and he can elevate us. I really think he could.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be opposed to taking a flyer on a kid like that because he's proven he can make plays in the NFL.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Turf, where would you be okay with Justin?
I would 100% be okay with Justin. I just don't think he's coming anywhere close. I think he's going home, and I'm just gonna keep it 100. You know, see, I remember being that little boy. I remember being that kid going to college, right, and really trying to figure out I'm a rep for my city, all that good stuff. So when you got a chance to go home, it's just different, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just different, bro. And
I get it.
I take damn near nothing to go home, bro.
But look, though, one thing we got to realize about the Falcons, and I know this because just being here in Ohio, the Falcons are going to go get whoever they want. Like, if they really want Justin, they're going to get them because if y'all remember, the Browns stole Watson from them right underneath them. Like Watson was supposed to go to Falcons. The ink was about to be dry, and then the Browns overbid them. I guarantee the Falcons will not let this happen again. If they want Justin, they're gonna pay the bag and they're gonna wrap that up quickly. They ain't gonna play no games like last time. And I think if they do want Cousins, So whoever they really want, they're getting. I guarantee
Right.
that they're gonna write the check.
Can I give y'all a scenario real quick? Because I'm watching something, and this for YouTube by everybody. So this is what would really piss me off, and I want to know if it would make y'all mad, because we know we're not the only quarterback needy team that's in this draft, but there are other teams that are a little bit higher that are not in quarterback range. Say if Minnesota pulls off a trade to move up or to get a quarterback, or whatever, they're in the same damn position we are. So if they can do it, why can't we do it? And honestly, I think we have a better roster than they do, right? So then it's
100%.
like, okay, if we do it, that's more of a win now. Like, let's go do our thing move. But how would that make you feel like if Minnesota pulled off something like that, or some other team behind us pulled off something?
I'm not going to be happy with that. See, the problem is everybody can only give up the same thing. You can only go back 3 years, right?
Right.
Yeah, so you can only give up 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the best you're going to do.
Mm-hmm. I thought you can go back further than that now.
Mm-hmm.
No,
you can't give up no 4.
Years.
No, hell no.
Give up the 4.
No, you can only give up 3.
Yeah, you can give up 3.
Yeah. So I mean, in my opinion, to get to 1, you're gonna need 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna be.
Doubt. No doubt.
Right now, the Bears are holding the key, man, and then the dominoes will fall. I don't think we have a shot. I honestly don't think we have a shot, because the top teams,
it's so many teams that are desperate for quarterbacks, and it's like then you got wild card teams like the Giants. You don't know, like it's certain teams that you don't think might pick a quarterback, like the Giants, that'll sneak in there and fuck everything up.
They like JJ, I've heard.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So there's a lot of dominoes that's gonna fall. I figure, I don't know. Right now, I'm thinking that we need to go ahead and see if we could try to get either Russ, try to get either to Justin. I'm not really big on Cousins. I'm not big on Cousins. I don't want a older quarterback coming off an Achilles that wasn't mobile to begin with. I'm not giving him that kind of bread.
Yeah, you might as well give AOC a shake if you're gonna go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
And then after that, on the back end, once I find that veteran that I want to kind of hitch my wagon to, because like they've been saying, and I don't think Antonio Pierce is a bullshitter. He's high on AOC.
Yes.
I think the building might be high on AOC, and they're not letting on as much as we think.
Bro.
And I'm just gonna be honest.
Hey, man, the kid hasn't played.
Yes, and listen. I know you younger fans. We want the shiny new toy. We want that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's, we want that Bugatti. We want that nasty Lambo. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to tell you, man. When you see a kid and there's traits that you look at, I saw traits in there. I saw the traits. So I'm gonna be real with that. So that's an ace in the hole for us. I think they're looking at it as an ace in the hole. They're gonna try to do their due diligence, but you might not have to give up the farm for that. You just might not have to. You find a veteran that's gonna push AOC, give him the comp, and then we can say on the back end, let's try to see if we can finagle for a Penix or Spencer Rattler or somebody like that, without having to give up everything that we need to give up. Because if we keep our draft picks, man, we already got a nice defense. All we doing is stacking, dude. Byron Murphy the second. I'm loving Byron Murphy the second. You know what I mean?
Where I get scared though, and I interject to say this: there is a possibility that Denver is going to have either JJ McCarthy.
Okay,
we'll probably be cool with that, but Bo Nix, I definitely be cool with that. I don't give a damn if they get Bo Nix.
Hey, bro, I'll tell you like
Penix,
this.
If they get Penix, then I'm like, oh shit. Now I'm scared.
I'll tell you like this. Kansas City's got Patrick Mahomes. Damn what Denver trying to do, get the rookie that we don't know nothing about.
You're never going to get any of those guys. Exactly.
Yeah, the Chargers got Justin Herbert. So we already know it's good quarterbacks in our division. So we're not going to worry about what Denver going to do. If they want to get one of them dudes, let them get them. They still, guess what? We'll have the defense that'll be able to. If we think we're going to build a defense that's going to get with Patrick Mahomes, then why the hell are they not going to get with everybody else?
Right.
So that's how we feel, right? If we know our defense is going to be like that because we already seen it, and we start adding pieces. Y'all been talking about a Christian Wilkerson and all these D tackles and all these things that we can do. Leonard Williams, shit, we getting after anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that part of it, I'm not even tripping on. You know what I mean? But the thing is, let's just don't underestimate what we already got in house. And if you keep them draft picks the way you can keep them draft picks, we gonna add on and be monsters, dog. Because they already trying to build an attitude. You know what I mean? Some of these dudes that they want to bring in the draft, dog. I think that this is going to be a good draft for us. Great. I really do. I just feel like.
See, okay, look.
I just feel like there's an attitude coming.
I agree. I agree with this. I mean, when I just think there are so many suspect holes right now that I mean, I know that we ended the season well, but then now we need these guys to continue to ascend. Like I said, Kuntz, he's got to continue his ascension, right? Like we need Tyree to continue, regardless of however you feel about Tyree Wilson. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. No, this dude needs to get better. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. It has to. You know what I mean? Like other Jacorian Bennett, and these are pieces. I'm speaking strictly defense right now. Jacorian Bennett, he needs to continue to ascend. I know Merrick had a good season, but he got to stack that
right
again. You know what I mean? Like there are certain guys that have to stack the seasons they've had. But at the end of the day, it's like that's all I'm saying.
But guess what, dude? All those guys that you just named, outside of Jacorian Bennett, pretty much you need to throw a Tyree Wilson in there as well. Those guys, they're all trending in the right direction.
Correct.
First of all, look at Merrick. Well, he's one of the guys you just mentioned. They've been in the same system for 2 years, and you're starting to see the results.
And that's
they're comfortable. They're comfortable with the scheme. They're comfortable with the D coordinator. And from what I gather, we brought in some dogs as assistant coaches on that defensive side too.
Patience.
You know what I mean? So you know, so I just feel like we're all trending. Everybody's trending in the right direction. They already been talking about how Malcolm Kuntz, Tyree Wilson, and their dudes is already in the building.
Yeah.
Like they said, it's like 15 to 27 players already in the building.
That's a Max Crosby impact.
Telling y'all that, and that's why I've been
Crosby impact.
And I've been telling y'all, there's no way that anybody's going to catch up to ALC. Him and Getsy right now is devising something.
I'm trying to tell you, like,
he take it too far.
Yeah, don't even down.
He took it too far. Like, look, okay, like I'm cool. I understand. You know, everybody in the building that might help. But then I'm just like, just being realistic, we know how free agency works. We know I think we got to bid. Sometimes we get outbid. Sometimes we don't get the dudes we want. Sometimes we got to settle for the second tier. Like Leonard Williams and DJ Reader are second tier free agents. Cool. That's fine. But at the end of the day, it's like we have to try to plug these holes, and we might not be able to plug them with all the type of free agents.
We be talking these holes, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think we need to talk about
so what holes?
I don't think
what holes?
Thank you, Papa Rundown.
Look, if we don't get a guard, we don't figure out the guard spot. Listen, if Andre James leaves, right, that's potentially 3 offensive linemen that we got to figure out: guard, center, right tackle. Okay, and without those, obviously we're trash. Now you go to
Illuminor staying. I think Illuminor staying. I think
but then now you still got to. And if you slide Dylan Parham to center, now you got to get 2 new guards. There's still 2 spots on the offensive line that need to be solved. Regardless.
Question for you guys. Here's a name. I think I mentioned it to my son the other day, but we do have a 6'9" right tackle named Dalton Wagner. We haven't heard it, you know, you just never know, because I saw some things in preseason. I think they kind of stashed that kid last year. I think that they threw the injury thing out there, let him develop so he couldn't get post off the practice squad. But you never know. Like I said, it's things in house that we don't talk about that could come to fruition. Just like who's going to have more of a prominent role. I know I'm jumping around, but I'm just giving you kind of an example. Like, look at the Isaiah Palmao kid. He's been stashed around for a little bit. I think this year you're going to see him be a part of this defense. He'll be a part of this defense in a certain way. Same thing with Dalton Wagner. Sometimes you got things in-house that you're not really focusing on. You know, you could – what if Dalton Wagner ascends and you could sign Illuminor and put him at guard?
I've always wanted to do that.
I said that. Yeah, it works out. So like Thayer, like, are we cool? I like Thayer. I've always said I like Thayer though. Like I feel like Thayer could start if he needed to.
He still needs to develop more though. When he did come in, I liked what I saw. And Wagner, the only thing that scares me about Wagner, and actually scares me about Thayer too, is we got a whole new offensive line coach. So we don't know how high they are on them. You know,
I agree. You do got to say that, and I'll say this, Junkie, as well. Look, I O-line, D-line, we're all going to agree on that. But then this is where you get it, right? Because he says linebacker. It fluctuates between everybody. Because some people say linebacker, some people say corner. And if multiple people are saying the same thing, that means it's a need, right? So you add linebacker to the list. That's 4, right? So now that's 4. That's 4 things that we talking about. That's 4 holes we got to plug up right there. Corner, linebacker, O-line, D-line. All right. And then you don't even talk about the damn most important one. So then it's like, come on, bro. Like, okay. That's fine.
Look, those things are fair. I'll say this. I'm going to go the free agent route when it comes to cornerback. Most of the times you can plug and play with a free agent cornerback. You know what I mean? You know what you're getting with cornerbacks pretty much, right? Yeah. There's not a big surprise. You know what a cornerback can do. You know what I mean? So I would go ahead and make sure I get a nice veteran to put on, because you're going to need a veteran anyway to put on the other side of Jack Jones. Jack Jones is still a young player. Yeah, you know what I mean? So the secondary is fairly young in itself, except the Epps maybe. Young. You're going to need a veteran corner, and I'll go out and find a starting caliber veteran corner. You know what I mean? To put it back there. So I plug that hole in free agency, and you hope Jacorian Bennett comes along. Right? So because you can't just throw him out as well. He showed some traits. He first of all,
that's the second hardest position to play in football.
Listen, man, and sometimes the youngsters, they kill me, man, because like if a dude just don't show up and start killing it off the rip, everybody he's a bust. I'm like, come on,
but then see, that's different for other people. There are certain times though where sometimes you got to take heed and be like, okay, well, I'm seeing a certain trend with this where I don't think it's good. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. Watch this. Darren Waller, did I not say Darren Waller a year early? Did I not say get rid of him? Yes or no?
I knew it.
Yes or no? I said, he's not it.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about, what I'm talking about is not so much as a trend. not so much as a trend, right? What I'm talking about is it's more of when we get a young player. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're so quick to be like, oh, dude, the dude didn't play well in his first 5 games. He's a bust. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the case because we thought that about Trevon Merritt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And guess what? Everybody was ready to kick his ass off the ship. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Last year, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He's getting there. But I gave him
everybody was ready to get rid of Malcolm Coons. Except me.
Yeah, that's exactly. True. No, Chris was on that train. I'll say that.
Has another one. So that's what I'm saying. You have to remember, and I think one of y'all said it earlier before I got on, it has a lot to do with environment. It has a lot to do with coaching and culture and cultivation. All those things come into play when you're trying to develop a young nucleus. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, just look no further than Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Like when you want to, and I know they got a shitty grade for all that stuff, but the culture and nucleus that Andy Reid has created, I hate saying this shit because it just makes me sick.
It's true. It's true.
But it's true. You know what I'm saying? So you have to give these guys time. Look at Tyree Wilson. Everybody was ready to run this kid out of town. I'm like, dude, do y'all know how to really watch football, or are we watching it on an emotional level? I know we get emotional as well, but at the same time, dog, we looking at this kid. We know he came off a foot injury. You know what I'm saying? We know he was late to training camp, no off season. The kid don't come out and get 5 sacks in his first 7 games. Everybody's ready to get rid of him. And I'm like, dude, look at this kid's body type. Look at the way this kid is. Look at the potential. This kid is oozing with potential. And all he needs to be is developed. So, and then look what he started doing towards the end of the season.
They don't like Tyree. They don't like Tyree, Pops. I keep telling them, give us your time.
Reminds me of Javon Curtis. Reminds me of Javon Curse. I love Tyree Wilson.
Oh, Javon Curse, the free
Javon Curse. I said,
and now that's what I did. Yeah,
okay, y'all. Look. I'm looking at, like I said, I love to look at certain traits, and I'm not saying he's a finished product. I said he reminds me of. I didn't say he's not as good as yet. I'm saying body type, physicality.
No, yeah,
Like,
I'll say that. I'll say
fair.
that.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. We saw him do some things last year. We saw him flash some traits last year. He did towards the end of the season. Once he started getting moved inside, he started to play better. It's no coincidence he started playing better when AP took over as well. Did he not? So
Look,
it's like,
yeah.
and
I tell
here's
people
what-
this, they don't want to hear this, Pops. They don't want to hear it, but I say it all the time. Tyree Wilson finished the season better than Jalen Carter did.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
You be mad
How
at
many
that all you
times
want, but he
did
did,
y'all
bro.
look up- How many times did y'all look up and Tyree Wilson was in the backfield?
No, he
I
was.
mean, towards the end of the year, and he started chasing people down on the perimeter. You like, damn, that's Tyree Wilson. It took a minute for you to even recognize, oh shit, that's Tyree
That's
Wilson.
the thing, though. See, with me, it's not necessarily his ability. To me, it was an effort. It was a lack of effort at first. That's what gets, and Rundown knows that. That's
Yeah.
why, like I don't mind someone getting beat. Like even Jacorian Bennett, I didn't mind him just getting beat. But like if I see the lack of effort, that's what gets
Right.
me. Like
Well,
seeing
you know-
him off the line so slow, that has
Well,
nothing.
look, you know what, bro? You know what, brother? Protect the Shield. I'm gonna call you PTS, dog. That's pretty cool, though. but Protect the Shield. I wouldn't even say with him it was a lack of effort. I would just say he was trying to think his way through what he was trying to do. Because,
Yeah,
like
Kurt
you
said
said,
that too earlier.
second half of the season, now dude's kind of flying around because shit done slowed down for him. They done moved him around. You know, Patrick Graham was like, okay, I ain't got McDaniels on my neck with that bullshit. Now I can get out here and do things that I want to do. Like y'all need to be excited about a kid like that. We worry, like we're so ready to get some D tackles and stuff. Not saying we don't need it, but once again, don't take your eye off of what we got in house. Because that kid is gonna be a monster. You trusted what they already said he's gonna be with Max for the rest of the year. What's that gonna do?
Yeah.
You feel me? So y'all be excited about the stuff we got in house too, dog. And that's what it goes back to my point of saying that we might not have to give up the farm and we can add more.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
I agree. See, and that's where me, right? So that's where me, Papa, that's where me and Son go bad because I agree. I don't think we need this.
Oh,
big
this is Mr. Impatient right here. This is Mr. Impatient.
Mr. Impatient, bro.
Oh yeah.
I didn't mean that wasn't the boo, but no, I agree. Rundown, no, man. Rundown is my guy. Just for the record, if y'all did not.
Yeah, man. Y'all got great chemistry, man. I'll be peeping y'all out when I'm at work, man. Y'all got great chemistry. You know what I mean? I love how y'all get down.
I am going to defend him till the ends of the earth. But at the same time, God damn it, I'm going to scold him and put him through the fire.
There you go, dog. You got to. But you know what? You know, the good thing about this show that I've been watching is that, you know what? All those opinions are needed because all of this, everything that we all saying is true. Yeah. And that's the beautiful part about y'all show is that, you know, they're so passionate about the Raiders, but the greater good is they just want to see everybody. They just want to see this team
win.
You know, that's it. We just want to win.
Yeah, we just want to win. You know, and there's so many different ways to go about it, man. But the thing about it, what I'm loving right now is that opposed to last year's feelings and thoughts about going into this next season when we had McDaniels and to a lesser extent Ziegler, the infusion of pride and hope and all of that AP is instilled in this team. You know, now look how gassed up we are. The season ain't ended for us. No, you know what I mean? But the season haven't even ended for us, but we so excited about every single move or every single interview or whatever the case may be with the Raiders right now because the energy's at an all-time high. You know what I mean? And that's because of AP and what we saw him do. You know what I mean? So right now, bro, the sky's the limit for us, dog. I think this energy that the fans are carrying is permeating onto the team. Yeah. I really think that we're building something special here. And I know I know you gussed about Houston earlier, you know what I'm saying? And they got some juice. When you got a good quarterback, you always gonna have some juice. But I don't think none of that has the energy of what we building here, dog. I really don't. You know,
and before we continue, I'm gonna bring my other guy in here, Leo. What's the deal? Real quick. Okay, now that we all here, I'm gonna moderate. We're gonna let everybody have their little time, let it go.
Yeah.
But before I do that, you saw my guy Space B said, you gotta fix that. Chris, what's up with you, man? You got a toxic you got a toxic chat.
What happened?
I don't know. I ain't even been in my chat.
I bet you Angelo Rough and Feathers in there, dog.
Oh, I'm about to say,
my boy got all type of disagreements and toxicity in there.
Yeah.
let's go in there.
That's a good thing. Shout out to Protect the Shield, baby.
Max is probably jumping over there. Probably
The Shield hey, I want y'all to know something, man. Protect the Shield is real.
It's probably jumping.
I seen this man in action at a game, bro. Don't mess with.
Oh man, I seen the man in action over a weekend. You don't mess with him, bro. You better come ready when you go kick it with Chris.
Okay. Now that Leo in here, I do want to ask y'all an important question. Oh, I'm glad. I like this layout. I want to ask y'all an important question pertaining to Raiders news, right? Like, so now we're talking about all that. Before we go, shout out to everybody in the chat. Much love, bro. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. You see everybody. You see the names right here, bro. We're going to keep giving you that fire content. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button on everybody's channel. Y'all know what time it is. But then we're going to start with Turf, then Leo, then Pops, then Chris. But Josh Jacobs. All right, now the news a couple of days ago was that instead of looking for a long-term deal, Jacobs now might be looking at a 1-year deal. Okay, he might be willing to take a 1-year deal. Now, still on the lines. Where are you guys at in the situation? Now, Turf, I pretty much know where you at, but go ahead and let the chat know. Like, where are you at in this Josh situation?
7.5. I might give him 8. But that's a lot, and that's going to be on incentives. Real talk. I might give him 8, but a lot of that would be on incentives, and then that's how that would be rectified. If you really want, hey, I'll give you 6 guaranteed. I'll give you 6 guaranteed for the year. 6? Yeah. You're going to come into camp. You're going to do the things I expect. And I'll give you that 6 for the year. But look, y'all, I want y'all to understand something. You are talking to one of the running backs that came from a cloth that's been cut from the old school. I was that dude. Put my head down. Ain't nobody wanted to deal with me. Like, you talking to a running back, bro. You talking to a running back, and it pains me and hurts me to say it. But bottom line, I can't pay this man what he thinks. I can't pay him. I can't pay him what he thinks. I can go get 2-3 of you in the draft, let alone in free agency.
And that's polarizing. Before you go, Leo, I want to point out to everybody in the chat, get a little tidbit of information. Out of all of Josh Jacobs' seasons with the Raiders, he has only had 1 full healthy season since he has been in the NFL. So that is not, and that's facts. He's only had 1 full healthy season since being in the NFL. Now, Leo, where are you at on the Josh Jacobs scenario?
You know what, bro? When it comes to Josh and running backs, to me, they're one of the most undervalued positions because you get production from other teams with smaller backs, right? And that's cool. You get production from them. But also, when you take into consideration when there's one prime back, they get injured more often because they're the ones carrying all the load.
Right.
My whole thing with the running back is this, bro. Pacheco's cool. You pay him less, whatever. But teams don't go to Kansas City and focus on stopping Pacheco. Your focus is stopping Mahomes. Pacheco is just a thing that comes with it. He gets free because you're more worried about it. When you play the Raiders, what's the one thing other teams want to stop? They want to stop the run. They got to stop. They focus on that. We lose that. Teams can come in like, what do we got to stop now? It changes the focus. But I know the financials are out there. They're different. Long-term, short-term. We can draft Corum. We draft Corum. He comes out. This, and that. But you got to remember, draft is draft. It's hit and miss. You might like a dude. That don't mean he's going to come out here. I remember loving Todd Gurley to death coming out of college. To me, Todd Gurley was going to be the shit. And then what ended up happening to Todd Gurley? Right. So it's just the thing that you either – and when you have someone already, to me, it's like, damn, we have this dude. If he's willing to stay here, and we don't got to pay him no 14, 15 McCaffrey money, then let's make some shit out so we can still keep him and keep our premier back and keep building up that backfield.
Okay. I see. Okay, Pops, where you at on the Josh Jacobs?
All right, check it. You know, first of all, I'm gonna go the route of, remember what AP said. AP was like, man, we get Josh back, we got that two-headed monster. You know what I mean? So that's one. Because Zeus is coming. It's not like he's gonna be diminishing any. You know what I'm saying? So but what I'm gonna do, but what I'm gonna do with Jacobs, I'm gonna see if I can get him a 2-year deal, and I'll pay him $9 million. I give him a $9 million signing bonus, because one thing that I'm listening to, because I listen to the coaches too, dog. You gotta listen to what they're saying. They're giving you their mindset. What they're saying is, what AP was saying is, this dude is one of our guys in the locker room. It's not just about your dollars and cents all the time, and it's not just about this contract and that. It's about how this shit melds and fits in the locker room where it counts, right? And he's one of those guys. And if you look at him, here's another thing about him, man. His pass protection is killer. He's another dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things that you got to look at, man. I know, you know, and I'm like Turf, dog. I salute you with that, dog. I come from that stable of running backs where, when we out there, we outside, we imitate. And I'm Walter Payton. I'm Tony Dorsett. I'm this, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like when running backs were running backs, real running backs, like when they were the second most important position on the damn team behind the quarterback sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like we let these, we let these times kind of dictate to us what's good and what's not sometimes. But I still remember when running backs were running backs, and this guy is one of those running backs. So I'm gonna give him a 2-year deal. I give him a $9 million signing bonus, bro. 2 million, 18. You know what I'm saying? 2 million for 18, dog. I think we can do that to keep him on this team.
I agree. Before we go, Dad, I want you to read this comment real quick. It's funny. General Manager Walt, before giving Jacobs $8 million, would shoot fifth to Atlanta for Tyler Algier. Funny enough, funny story. I played in high school with Tyler Algier.
Really?
I was a senior when he was a sophomore. You can look at my, but at the end, I was a senior. He was a sophomore. He ended up going to BYU and ended up doing his thing. So shout out to Tyler.
And you know what? Hey, fun fact. My son that year with Tyler Algier backing him up, my son ran for 2,000 yards that year. Ran for 2,000 yards, bro.
It wasn't in my cars. It wasn't in my cars. I know. It's sad. Me and my dad be talking about it wasn't in my cars, though. We're going to make this work. It is what it is. But shout out to Algier. But it was fun.
Shout out to Algier, man. Much love.
Shout out to Algier for sure. But definitely, all right, Chris, where you at? I know Jacobs is your guy, man. So where you at?
Nah, I'm kind of like Pops, man. It's like, to me, it's more than just, us looking at what he does on the field, man. It's his impact in the locker room as well. Because you got to realize, I mean, Jacobs was a guy that the players decided, hey, for some reason he's not a captain this year. Mid-season, we all voted. We want him to be a captain. Like that's the kind of stuff that, we got to remember, man. Like, he has an effect on the team. Like, Jacobs got a dog mentality. He may not be super rah-rah and stuff like that, but you don't want those type of players to leave out of your locker room. If you got to pay an extra $1 or $2 million to keep that around, you do it. You do it. Like, you don't let a $1 or $2 million lose that kind of leadership, and that's what kills me, because when everyone is talking, I won't give them anything past $9 million or anything past, like, they put this line in the sand. And it's like, come on, man. Like, his leadership is invaluable, man. And that's where I'm at.
Okay. No, that was a great point. That was a great point.
Hey, real quick, before we move any further, I have to bring my guy to the
what up, Rafa?
in the building.
What up, Rafa?
Okay, Rafa, I want to get your opinion on the Jacobs, and then I just got some news about Jimmy Garoppolo that's going to help us, help the Raiders in the money talks. But go ahead, Rafa, what's the deal, man? How you feel about Josh Jacobs and his return?
Oh, man, about for the Josh Jacobs, I mean, is it worth it to buy it right now? I mean, if they're not guaranteed to like a playoff spot for like a buy-in or anything, I mean, for that case of Josh Jacobs, I mean, they shouldn't know that it has to go for the money because I could have expected because after seeing Seuss finish off of the season, I mean, it's everybody that needs something that has a car like an insurance, but it probably worked well with a little while, but still wasn't enough. I mean, after seeing Seuss ending the season, Josh Jacobs doesn't have much leverage. I hope it's going to stay for another team. I hope it's going to stay for one. But if he wants like a big money contract, which one would he? I say he'll let him walk. Because I rather draft her like compared to running backs and second big contracts are a big gamble. But in some players has a very much interesting idea. But the question is, who's gonna be like to budge at all for the running back? Because another situation for the running back is very like interesting, but also it's gonna be like denial. But if we gotta gamble about drafting the running back because it doesn't have like a letting him walk. But I would say let him walk, drafting a running back who interested about for the speed, the mobility, and of course the aggression of the frame. So I will hope we're gonna draft the running back to help him out with Seuss.
What's too much though?
Listen,
money
we're
for you?
preaching culture and we're preaching keeping our own.
Yeah.
Those are messages.
Say it again.
Those are messages
Say it again.
that's being said. Those are the messages that's being out there, that's being put out there. We talking about keeping our own, and we talking about culture. You know what I mean? So you guys have to put that in mind. Once again, you know, it's just not about always the hardline money, like my man PTS said. It's not just about the hardline money all the time. It's also about what you're doing in that locker room, the leadership. Sometimes that's worth $1 to $2 million, fellas. It's worth
that's
$1
what
to $2
what
million.
Telesco said that too. When they asked him about the money, he's like, we also got to sound our guys before we bring all these
emphasis
other
on that.
forward.
He did put
huge emphasis on that. And
And
I
guess what, fellas? Here's another thing. We got plenty of bread. We got plenty of bread.
Okay, so speaking of that, right? Speaking of that, before we continue, this is why I wanted to go ahead and bring this up so it meshes into our conversation. Now, it says the Raiders are expected to cut Jimmy Garoppolo in the very near future. His suspension has now voided his $11.25 million in guaranteed money. We are now off the hook for that amount of bread for Jimmy Garoppolo. So now hearing that, and now hearing what you guys are saying about culture, fit, now it's like, what's the excuse, right? Like, and now, obviously, I'm going to ask you guys this question. We're going to go around. We're going to start with Chris. Now, there is a bottom dollar, though, right? Regardless of whatever we're saying, though, there is a bottom dollar. So what is your bottom dollar, Chris?
See, that's such a tough question, man.
Like, what's too much? What's too much? Like, because there is a point where you got to say you can't have that much money.
Right.
See, I ain't gonna lie because I'm not playing with my money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, I'll give whatever the dude want.
But we go hypotheticals, right? Because at the end of the day, I like to give perspectives of like this. Like, I know people owes Mark Davis money, bro.
Okay, check it. Keep in mind that the franchise tag for a running back this year is $14 million.
That's too much.
Keep that in mind.
That's too much. That's too much. I'm saying, like, that's too much.
I am going to say, and I'm gonna stay true to what I said last year.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him 12. I'm gonna give him 12.
Well, damn.
Sorry, bro.
I'll give him 12.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Because the reason is like, why can't we? Because we know we're going to have, and again, what I always say last year, we kept Brandon Bolden around for $2 million. Like get rid of scrubs like that and give it to your leaders, man.
So chat, where are you on? Like chat, I want y'all to respond as well. Get y'all in there. What is your bottom dollar for Jacobs, man? Like, so right now, Chris PTS, he says 12. That's where he's at right now. Now, Turf, what's the bottom dollar?
Chat lives matter first and foremost.
Factual.
Lives matter. So y'all better please put y'all's perspectives and points in there. There's no way on the planet I'm paying him $12 million. There's no way. There's no way.
Especially based on last year.
Only way I'm paying
based on last year.
Exactly. Only way I'm paying $12 million is if this man decides to be a coach for the next decade. After the fact, and some he's going to be obligated to do something he don't want to do. I'm just not doing it. Look, real talk. Let's be honest here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm giving myself this podium. Real talk. To a running back. I'm just telling y'all, it's just not the position anymore right now. They're a dime a dozen. You got guys that cut on pavement, grass, turf, whatever you want to think about, any which way till Sunday. I see it every which way on any sport, and it's just over. That talent is no longer really honestly a talent. See, I say it's not even really a talent. It's just a natural ability that you gain based on being in your environment. This day and age, a running back, you have to be at every position, in my opinion. I put it there.
Wait a minute. Hey, he might have just said something. Bro.
Running back, every position, and I didn't say offensively. Every position. We've all been talking about how nimble these guys, 300 pounds running around. I'm letting y'all know something, man. This thing done changed, and the running back position is a wrap. It's a wrap. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely essential, necessary, and you will have them just like you will special teams players. But that's about what it amounts to.
But you know what I'm kind of feeling, honestly.
You might drop the bar.
Look, but what I'm kind of feeling, honestly, is that as much as I want him to stay, I think another team might offer him something that we're not going to match.
Facts.
I kind of, that's really what I'm thinking.
He might stay home. He might give us a hometown discount.
I agree with that.
Yes, I think.
But I'm saying, like, okay, but what if Baltimore comes up to him because they can do this and be like, hey, bro, 13 mil. Come on now. Like, what are you doing? At that point, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can't match that.
But if we're saying that nobody's going to pay running backs, why is Baltimore going to give them 13?
Because they can do it.
Nobody's paying running backs.
And
that's true, though. We're not in the position.
Yeah, that's a good point, dog. Nobody's paying running backs like that. I don't see nobody getting 13 mil.
Stafford getting paid that bread.
They ain't giving running back 7 mil, bro.
Okay, look. Before we continue, right? All right. I want to get Leo. Go ahead. What's the bottom dollar? I see everybody going.
Yeah, we gotta run.
Go.
They killing me though, man. My 12 was off base.
Well, see, he said 12. We started up high. Rudy already said, "Damn."
Well,
I am stingy.
Last year he got 12,
I don't know,
right?
Man. Like I said, I'm all about what he brings off the field from a leadership. I'll pay an extra $2 million premium for that.
Okay, Leo, where you at?
Okay,
Where's your bottom dollar?
When I was JJ, I think about what Pops was saying. You got to think about the whole team and what they're trying to do. The value that he brings, other than just being another running back in this league that we're handing off the ball to, right? Last year, he got 12. Tag this year's the 14. 14 to me is too much.
Yeah,
that's McCaffrey.
No doubt.
I'm not going to give him McCaffrey.
That's way too much.
That's different. But I am closer to like Chris, where I think 7-8, you're insulting the man.
Yeah.
But 10-11 with incentives, 3-year, $33 million contract.
That's where I'm at.
Half, if not maybe 2018 guaranteed. That would be good for me up to that point, because not only you bring in Steele, now he didn't run as much last year. So when he comes in this year, he's going to come fully into camp, more healthy, right? More rested, right? Even bigger shoulder on his shoulders, because people are talking shit that we can get a cheaper one by drafting one or by signing one of these other dudes, Atkinson or whoever just got released again. But to me, the range is, like I said, 10-11 per year, but keeping and remembering what this team wants to do. We want to build the fucking bully. We're not worried about plugging in running backs. We want that dog, and JJ is that dog on the field and off the field.
Let me add this as well. Okay, you're not paying Zeus anything, and you're going to get premium production from him. So that's number one. And keep in mind, Josh Jacobs held out last year. They was on some bullshit. Josh McDaniels was on some bullshit. They could have signed him long-term last year, and they didn't. So then we didn't get an in shape Josh Jacobs. We didn't get a Josh Jacobs that was ready to do what he did the year before, and it showed. But you signed Josh Jacobs this year and watch how Josh Jacobs show up to training camp.
And McDaniels messed up twice because they didn't pick up his tender, his rookie. They let that shit go.
Yeah,
they played him in the preseason. You know,
and he had a chip on his shoulder, and he was a beast.
If there's any year that you can afford to pay Josh, is this year. The salary cap just went up. Right. You're getting more money from the Garoppolo situation. You're getting more money from other guys that's not going to be on the team. Some contracts are going to get restructured. You know what I'm saying? So there's plenty of money. So I'm with Chris. I can give up $12 million. I'm not going to go anything past 12. You know what I'm saying? But really, I would start off like you said, my man. 10 to 11 with incentives. 10 to 11 with incentives.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's good for him, bro. And you keep your nucleus together, and now you got another beast with, because he's already starting to prove it. You got another beast with Zeus now.
Yeah.
You trying to add, dog. We trying to add on, bro. We're not trying to subtract if we don't need to.
And it lessens the load on JJ with Zeus still.
That's what. There you go. That was my next point.
That's what's needed because, like I said, the injury history. As much as we love him, we still got to call it out. It's real, right?
That's why you got another back though. That's why
but to the point, we've never had a back like Zeus, where now we can comfortably spell Josh and be like, all right, bro, you can take a series off and be like, bro, you don't really have to. We can let Zeus spell you for a series.
Right. That's another thing, fellas. Listen, that's another thing. Let's not be nerds like we hear in the media when it comes to certain things. Oh, you can't do this with a running back no more because that to me, that's like nerd talk. I'm talking football team talk. Right? I'm talking football. I'm talking. This is my football team. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about some analytical, MIT dude that don't know shit about shit. I'm talking about what the football team is gonna look like. And nobody thinks about how much a motherfucker's making when he's out there running motherfuckers over. No one says anything about the salary then. Right? Let's not worry about how they spending bread.
Look who was in the Super Bowl. 2 running teams. KC may have Mahomes, but they were running the hell out of that ball. They were running the hell out of that ball, right?
And the 49ers didn't because they didn't run.
Yep. So Rafa, what's your bottom dollar? Like, where are you not? Like, where are you firm?
I mean, it's gonna happen. Like $8 million. $8 million because on that day and age, a running back making $8 million, it's gonna be like a luxury. It's gonna be like a defense driving team like the next couple of years. Use that money to throw out like a running back, then build the guards in the online and let Seals and a rookie hang a running back. I mean that if he's willing to the team-friendly deal, he's a leader, but having like 2 good running backs, like Gardner and Whitley. But I would like to give like a 2 or 3 year deal if they can get done for the right price. I mean, his value decreased a little bit that year, but probably not enough to get him into for cheap. Minus probably for free agency probably ends up back here. But I think it's gonna be like between the Borg and the balance, and you're gonna help with this because if they're gonna need like Zeus, Abdullah, if we're gonna run to that much as same with the R, but maybe it's gonna be like a Raider for life, maybe not. But at the end of the competition between Josh and Zeus, it could be like a great to motivate off-season workouts, and they're gonna be part of the most brutal to have a monster assembly. We're gonna dig hope, but let him aside for the contender because they love watching him as a Raider, but it's simply not worth him paying a running back. But that production can be matched with Zeus or someone that we can draft. I mean, take it for another example. Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs are top tier running backs available, and I think they will try it. I mean, Pollard isn't a dumb fan. It can bring in someone like Saquon possibly if they're gonna miss on Jacobs. It couldn't like to see Henry, to see after bringing like a Zeke or Spearcast or Samir trying that for the guy. But I hope it's gonna be on the tank. But the only reason I had to go for the same line, but I rather have to supplement Zeus and save some money. If they all going in and Josh Jacobs if you get pretty much, I would say like offer $8 million fully guaranteed. That's the case of Sharon to Rock with Zeus. I mean, running backs get through at a certain point in that career. Is that to the point?
Yeah. Now, what he just said Well, you gotta highlight that. He did just say fully
100%.
guaranteed. He did just say fully. So look,
Rafa said
$8 million fully guaranteed ain't bad.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Take it.
10 with incentives or $8 million fully guaranteed. As soon as you put your name on this dotted line, you got $8 million. Come on, man.
I'll take it.
But guess what? You could afford to give him $10 million guaranteed. You could afford to give. So what's two? That's what I'm saying, fellas. What's $2 million more dollars?
That's where I'm saying.
What's so hard?
Look,
$2 million more dollars.
I will say this though.
Bring back Brandon Bolden.
It's called the salary cap, though. Real talk, it's called the salary cap because when you start really digging, it's going to be a problem. See, we not looking at when we trying to deal with toilet paper or Q-tips. We're you know what I'm saying? That's a difference. No, I'm saying like,
that was an OG reference.
When you go into the grocery store and you thinking about what you got in stock, you're not thinking about toilet paper or Q-tips. And that's exactly what Papa Rundown is saying. Like, we're not thinking about it, but Rafa's bringing it to the surface. And that is facts when it comes to what is it we're really trying to look at here in these times.
Wise, we're not in a position where we have to make that choice. We can get quality toilet paper or quality Q-tips.
But I will say this though. But I'll interject and say this, and everybody know you selling something, whatever it is.
All selling something.
I'm gonna fuck around and try to get you on the low end first and see if you're selling that. I'm not gonna sit here and give you the high number first. If you sign $8 million, then that's on you. That's not on me.
Okay, but listen. We got to remember too, bro. This is a homegrown guy here. We're not out here to disrespect nobody either. Come on, we're not out here to disrespect nobody, dog. I mean, this is
but fully guaranteed ain't disrespectful. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it was $8 million, fully guaranteed is not disrespectful.
And remember, we're
$8 million right now.
I just think right now we're in a position that if you pay a man $10 to $12 million for what he's going to give you, remember what he's going to give you. We're talking about a dude that's going to be in shape, that's going to be ready to play, that's going to be motivated. Okay. We know what his ability is. One of the best pass blocking running backs in the league. There's a lot of things that you can do with Josh Jacobs. And you put Zamir in there, man. Get this man $10 to $12 million and let's go rock, man. And finish good with gospel out.
I will say my bottom dollar has to be $10 million. I think it was because when I was talking to Turf on Thursday, it was 9. But I done went up to 10. It's 10. I say 10 is the highest I can go. But then at the end of the day, the news then said early on in the week that he's not looking for a long-term deal anymore. He's looking more along the lines of getting a 1-year deal. That's what it was saying. So if that's the case, I'm all for that. And just keep re-upping 1-year deals.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that's the trend that the running back should start doing.
Anyway.
Just start blasting 1-year deals.
In general,
that's risky. That's
risky. Fully guaranteed or like 80% guaranteed, though.
I agree. No, I agree. You got to get your money in that 1 year.
It's got to be the guarantees. That's how you get it because that's what they want.
As a running back, it's over. You're considered special.
Yes, running back, guaranteed 1-year deals. Guaranteed 1-year deal.
That's risky. That's risky.
How was it risky?
Nick Chubb.
Bro,
but if he has $10 million when he signed the contract, right? He don't give a damn. He's sitting at home.
I'm bringing myself to the front of the congregation. You heard it here first. It's coming from a running back that has adored this position, this place, my entire time. You see it right there, bro. The running back position has honestly been diminished to special teams. It's just what it is. I don't know what else to tell you. It's what it is, bro.
But the thing is, we're Raiders, man. We're Raiders. What we do. We're Raiders. Right? Why do we got to do what the league?
Why do we got to do what everybody else does?
I agree with that. We ain't got to be like everybody else.
Hey,
you give me with that one.
That's who we are.
Hey, you give me with that one. I've said that, yeah. I got to stand on. I've said this before, and what Chris has said is true. So you get me with that and saying why does it matter? But I don't think it's risky if you say, okay, look, we're gonna keep doing 1-year deals, whatever the case, right? But your bread is guaranteed, bro. So when you sign, at least you know whatever happens in this season, you gonna have 10 million. You got 10 million in your bank. You feel what I'm saying? So if you get hurt, just know you got 10 million. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying?
Money good.
But then you put that money on the injury. You straight.
The funny part is the only reason we'll debate it is because of the money. People say running backs are a dime a dozen. If I give you the list of running backs to choose from, not telling you how much you got to pay for it, you're gonna pick JJ as one of the top ones. You're not gonna go back to give me one of these other scrubs because running backs are a dime a dozen. No, you're gonna want Josh Jacobs. You're gonna
don't disrespect
Get rid of JJ. Let JJ walk and just pick up Sincere McCormick since running back.
Running back is a dime a dozen.
Good point. Okay, hold on. Let's get Rafa's opinion real quick before we continue to go in. Rafa, I mean, I know we talking about all of this, but at the end of the day, okay, there is something to be said about being able to get a certain position at whatever round and it still being able to work out. Like you already talked about the draft, Rafa. So are you just on the full draft train? Just let's do Zeus and draft. That's where you're at.
Yeah, I know, because at that point, because running backs, they just screw at a certain point. They have zero point.
Yeah.
But I would love that to go for the price that works. And I love it of respect from the movie, not too. But I think because if they had it as market value, they're going to bring it in for the number of the part. I will dig that. But if they're going to go in at all the speed, like Telesco say, Jacobs isn't really that guy. He might be looking at to get fast in that position. But if they wanted to do it like an $8 million value fully guaranteed for Josh Jacobs, there's no problem about that. Right. But if they're gonna really have to go looking to get faster at that position, I would say this: hey, this running back looks very perfect. So let's just see for the pros and cons, because after they're gonna watch for the combine and see which running backs got out the batters class, because it might be like the deepest class ever in the history of the NFL combined. So it might be looking at go faster.
What you got? What you got?
Real quick. So say we do the 1-year deal with Jacobs. Jacobs comes in again, motivated like he did 2 years ago. He's the league and rushing again.
I like where you at, Chris.
Then what are we gonna do? Then you know what I'm saying? Then
give him another 1-year deal.
Leverage again.
You give him another 1-year deal. No, he's not. Because guess what? No. Because guess what? He's 28 next year. And now I know you're gonna bring up, who cares about that? But at running back, it actually matters, right?
But you know what? But that's why you give him a 1-year deal with incentives.
Exactly.
You throw some incentives in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you kind of offset that. Also, you pay out this way, then, you know. But yeah, you throw some incentives in there. But my thing is, like I said, bro, we acted like if we get a man $11 million, we can't go pay nobody else. Like we stuck on $11 million. Dog. Like get off $11 million. It's not that big of a deal. You still gonna be able to go. If you sign Josh Jacobs for $11 million, you can still turn around and sign Chris Jones if you wanted to. So what's the deal?
But that's it. That's literally it.
That's you get a very cheap quarterback by the name of Russell Wilson.
And that's
paying this man $2 million. Paying this man $2 million. You pay. Look, dog. You right on point, PGA. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, dog, you paying this man. You pay Russell Wilson $2 million, dog. You damn well better give Josh Milton.
You can't complain about nothing.
Yeah.
You can't complain, dog. Like, so you gotta be real.
Game over. It's
Understood.
And guess what? Now you got a happy, motivated Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
And that's another thing that you gotta y'all take all that into consideration. Don't just look at the bread. Take into consideration the mindset. What the locker room is going to be.
May I interject this? Because I always got to come with the other sensible side. I do. I have to.
Okay.
If I'm Tom Telesco, right, I understand what he means to y'all, right? This is from my perspective. I didn't draft him. At the end of the day, I didn't draft him. I know, coming from an injury-riddled ass organization, that this motherfucker's only been healthy 1 season out of all his NFL seasons.
But it wasn't like he missed entire seasons, though.
Right.
But check this out, though. At the end of the day, this is a position that we've already said you can find at any round.
Oh, turf.
God damn.
I know. I'm
Bro, This is children's
family show.
Hold on, I'm trying to children's show, man.
No, tune out.
Children's show, man.
My man said, "Whoa."
You good? At least he had on shorts underneath.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey bro, if y'all not subscribed, y'all better get subscribed immediately, bro. If y'all not subscribed, get subscribed immediately.
Pause. That whole situation was a pause.
Oh dear, hey, god damn.
Only on the Raider Syndicate, y'all.
Y'all not subscribed, bro. Y'all missing out. Y'all need to go ahead and hit that subscribe button immediately. But yeah, it's, we talking about it at the end of the day, bro. I think paying 10 ain't crazy. I think I can go up to 10. I know some people don't want to do it, but this draft is crazy. You can get somebody in this draft if you wanted to, and Zeus has promised. So even if we
you're saying that now, Rundown. Last year in the offseason, everybody was mad that we had Zeus and he showed nothing.
And you was one of them. You didn't like Zeus.
You was one of them.
I didn't, to be honest. But then again, I said this. You can go back, correct me if I'm wrong, but I did say I think he's not gonna get enough workload to show what he can do either.
Listen, hey, guess what? Check this out, fellas. Check this out. If y'all really want to break it down, Zeus is already the rookie that we need to draft.
Yeah.
He's already being paid on a rookie contract, bro.
This for a minute, bro. I've been saying it for a minute.
He's
I don't know
already
how to draft anybody.
You don't need to go draft a running back, bro, because you already got a dude that's in-house that's on a rookie contract that's already proven. So if you want to go do that later on in the draft, you might want to draft like a little fast scat dude or something, a change of pace kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? But as far as workload, your workload is already established with him and JJ, dog. It's a wrap. And you got the dude that's already on a rookie contract. No need to even go do that, bro. This dude got fresh legs. He ready.
Right. Get him proper rundown. Get him.
Yeah, he's ready.
Agreed. Yeah. Now, before we get on, we coming up on 3 hours, y'all. We coming up on 3 damn hours. All right, we up. We got Wi-Fi in the building. We got Bob's in the building.
Hey, dog, your mom wants me to go to the store, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I just want y'all niggas to know, y'all, I'm in trouble, but it's good. We all good.
DoorDash for him, dog. DoorDash that for him.
I don't want to see Turk's inner thigh again. I don't want to see Turk's inner thigh again. I know that.
We coming up on 3, man. But hey, it's much shout out to everybody in the chat. I want to ask. I'm gonna start with Rafa, and we're gonna go down. Right? Okay. So as we coming up in this next week, right? Because we're ending the week off. You see, hey, if you're not, before I continue, if you're not subscribed to the Syndicate, what you doing, bro? Like, we got something for every day of the week, pretty much. Yeah. All right, if you're not on the network, get on the network. Cheeto got something for you during the week. He gonna drop. You know, I'm gonna drop religiously. Turf on Tuesdays, right? Then we damn near end the week with Turf and Rundown. Then Fan Talk Friday, bro. And we here on Syndicate Sunday, bro. We helping you throughout the week. All right, so as we end your week here on the Sunday, Rafa, I want to ask you, right? What are you hoping to see the next time we come on Sunday?
Good question. We lost right there. You go. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
There you go. So what in your opinion, what are you hoping to see when we come back on next Sunday? Like, what would you like your perfect scenario that you would want the Raiders to have done when we come back here on Sunday?
That's a perfect question about for the like a great one. But they have to go for the Sunday right here. I mean, if they're gonna bring something that goes like a very explosive, and I know I had a request, and I know that I had a proposed for the they're gonna bring it for the running back. I mean, there's like a name named Braylon Allen. He had a lot of tons of potential with this size speed combo. Also, he doesn't turn out like 21 until just before the Super Bowl this year. But in that age, whereas most running backs into the league, but it comes the guy even just like over 20 years and he's unvaluable. But I think that at the next Sunday, I think it's gonna happen like like in this one because they're gonna bring like something like exciting, something bring it like explosive. I mean, they're gonna bring it to some like a film study about for all these prospects. Even though that I'm taking notice about who's the pros, who's the cons. I mean, yeah, they cannot breaking out the bots right here. I'm just gonna take it about for like taking for anything. I mean, if they're gonna bring like a guy like Braylon Allen, I mean, I'll down for that. And not only about that, because if they need something about for the speed, they need like a lot of interest in. So Tom Telesco, please focus on that guy right here. He's very talented. His size and speed. Also, he has very strength as a target. Because I know how to go with because he just compared like at a good size. He has a better acceleration and greater utility. So Tom Telesco, do not let it crew this up because right now it's almost at a time because of the Raiders next season is coming like really hot and we need something like to fill out those positions to build it out for the defense. I know last season we just improved a lot of things in the defense under the new regime Antonio Pierce because we're just getting ready for the whole nightmare for Josh McDaniels. But this next season is going to be like really, really different. Just like Antonio Pierce said, let's smoke our shit. Let's talk our shit. That's the right way.
There we go.
With a lot of violence,
what we do.
intensity, mentality, and of course, play some motherfucking football. This time we're not let it go down.
Love it, Rafa. Love it, Rafa.
Cheeto, what are you hoping to see the next time we back on? When we come back on Sunday.
Well, you know us, dog. Bring our little shit talk that we do in the chat. Bring it out here for everybody to enjoy. Because we be getting into some heated shit. But yeah, man, I'm ready, dog. Free agents coming up. That's gonna be huge for us. That's gonna really dictate
when
for
that
us a
start
lot.
later this month. Is that later this month?
Yeah.
No, that's like next week, bro.
Next week, tampering starts. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what,
Like,
Wednesday or something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I know one of the other things I like to do is put to noise a lot of the fucking rumors, the drama, the smoke screens. You know, gotta put all that shit to rest. Motherfuckers out there trading Devontae, trading Max, like shut the fuck up. No. Have you not been watching the coaches and what they're saying about who's essential on this team? Like we keep bringing shit like that to y'all. Like we ain't about fucking let's trade this or that or like nah. Like we'll come real. We're open. We'll openly discuss shit, but you know, just to be able to keep people to shoot the shit like that and not call each other fucking stupid or fake fans because we have different either.
Opinions should be welcome, man.
Yeah,
especially when they're educated, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I love about the Syndicate, man. That's why I love it.
All day.
So, Pop, what are you hoping to see this coming next week? You know, tampering starts. We can also start talking to our own free agents as well. So, what are you hoping to see as this next week comes?
Well, you know, first and foremost, you know, I'm a jump on free agency because that's the first thing that's really coming up. You know, and I'm gonna say that I hope that we get some early information on what we're trying to do with Josh. Get that ball rolling in the right direction. Also, I want to hear some rumors about who we're looking at. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be realistic and go off the rip. And I'm gonna say we probably gonna really be in negotiations with a dude like Leonard Williams early. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we got our hopes on the Wilkerson and stuff like that, dog. But I'm gonna just kind of look at a guy that I think that's a real realistic target. So you know, I kind of want to hear something about a guy like you know, Leonard Williams. Hopefully, we'll be talking about something about with him. And of course, man, you know, hopefully the quarterback situation gets a little clearer. We kind of know what direction we're going in. You know, does Russ get released next week? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna be somebody that that could be a realistic possibility? Maybe it could be Justin Fields still. Are we looking in that direction? So I'm hoping, after this combine, things might heat up a little bit. So that's what we'll be talking about next week, man. Who we really got our eye on, and the free agent picture start becoming a little bit more clearer, I think.
Okay, Turf. Where are you at with it, man? What you hoping to see?
Hey.
And what did you gather from this week?
Yeah, this is going to be easy for me, man. I'm hoping to see some movement in free agency. I honestly don't mind what position, to be honest, but Having free agency movement means that you're getting better. There's no question in my mind with what the front office we have now compared to what we've had in the past. Any moves moving forward means progress. So I don't care. See that? Hey, I'm gonna shout out myself. I don't care what it is, as long as it's movement and progress. It could be the kicker. It could be the snapper, long snapper. Shout out to my guy Kenny Amato. He's a long snapper in the league for 10 years. Played with the Titans and Dallas Cowboys. He's still in the league as a coach. I told y'all, Turf got mad stories and mad people right now. They straight up in the league right now, right this second. So I'm expecting to see some movement to where we get better. It's just what it is, man. It's Raider Nation way, and we'll get better. We'll get better.
Yep, Chris, where you at, man? Where you at? What you hoping to see from this next week, man?
So me, I just want to see trenches, man. Like, to me, this whole offseason for me is based off of the trenches, man. So I want to see what kind of depth we can bring in on the offensive line, depth on defensive line, upgrades on the offensive defensive line. Leonard Williams is someone that we keep talking about specifically because he wants to be a Raider. So that means a lot to me. From a performance standpoint and production standpoint, I would love to see Wilkins, just because I just think he's a dog.
Yeah, no doubt.
If we can get some of them, and then just try to figure, maybe we can find a couple gems on the offensive line. I'll be happy, honestly. So that's kind of what I want to see.
Right.
And then I'm interested to see what we're gonna do with JJ. So. And also, I think, me personally, I'm okay with bringing Illuminor back. I think I want to see him come back.
Yeah,
I agree. I don't understand why people have soured on him as much as they have.
Hey, you know what? I just want to throw this in there. I don't think we can underestimate the fact, though. I think there's going to be a lot of recruiting going on, dog. I think there's already a lot of players that have been talking and agents amongst themselves. That I think this might be the year, because we've talked about it since they moved to Vegas. Like, oh man, people gonna want to come to Vegas, and but we've just shown it. You still have to put the product on the field for players that want to really come play.
100%.
But now the word's been out. Pro Bowl's been there a couple years. Super Bowl's been there. High profile, really getting talked about around the league in a lot of different areas. We got that AP energy, dog. I think this is the year that free agency is going to work for us, and we find, because y'all know how we look at free agency. Every year we get hyped up. Oh man, I can't wait for free.
Nobody comes.
Where's the big signing? Like, well, where's the real difference guy? The real impact? We haven't had that in free agency. You know what I'm saying? We got the trade for Devontae. That was pretty much it.
That was it.
But I think this year is the first year we're going to be able to say, okay, let's bring some dudes in here. Let's bring some real dudes in here. So I'm really excited about free agency, dog, because it's going to give you a glimpse into the mindset of this new regime that we don't know yet. We just know the last 9 games of the season last year. You know what I'm saying? But this is really going forward what we really getting ready to see from this regime. Because last year, what we did last year, that second half of the season, fellas, that was okay. That was some nice fairy tale storyline shit for the second half of the year. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So now the real work comes in, the real observation, the real evaluation, the real understanding, how you see this football team, what y'all really look at in players, because now the shit is on y'all. That's what we're getting ready to find out, fellas. Free agency and the draft. So that's the exciting part about what's really coming up with these next few months.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I just, like, from now until next Sunday, I want to see progress, like all of y'all are saying. Like, I just want to see some progress in what we're doing. I also like you said, Pops, I want some clarity in the quarterback direction. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if free agency is coming up, then like you said, Russ should be available soon. Is that going to be clarity? Because I've heard a lot of media linkers, right? I've heard all the ESPN, but realistically, think about this stuff. Have you ever really heard anything like out of Raider people that they're looking at Russ?
No.
Well, they wouldn't say nothing. honestly, because again,
that's the Broncos we're talking about. That's the Broncos.
It's smoke screen season now, man. Like you put up little stuff. You don't want teams to really know what you're about to do. At the end of the day, that's how I see it.
I agree.
Okay.
That's a swoop in move right there. You just, if the shit go down, you just swoop in and be like, bam.
That's how you do it. Yeah, you swoop in.
I mean, you seen like JT and Q and them talk about it, but like to hint that's where they're going.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, it's not. There's no hint,
They
though.
talked about the idea of it. Some are opposed, some are open to it, depending on how you look at it. But yeah,
because the scary thing is if you start hearing the reports, that almost worries me. Like if it's something I want to happen, because then you're like, well, damn, the team probably put out this little smoke screen because they're not going to tell what their true intentions are. So if you start hearing something from an insider, dog, that's just a smoke screen. It's like, oh, damn, now it really ain't gonna happen now.
Well, remember last year with Derek Carr with New Orleans, right? They're willing to trade with us. They didn't trade shit.
No, at all. Not even.
We ended up having to cut him, and he went there anyway. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna read something to y'all real quick, and I want y'all, and this is to gain perspective because I know most of us on our agreement, but this is to gain perspective. All right, this is player A and this is player B. Okay, player A has 62 total tackles, right? But he has 37 solo tackles, 25 assists with 5.5 sacks. Okay, player B has also 62 total tackles. He has 39 solo tackles, and has 23 assist tackles. And he also only has, 5.5 sacks. Player A is Leonard Williams, and player B is Quentin Williams. So if I'm going to get the same goddamn production that Quentin Williams is giving over there at the Jets, which we look at Quentin Williams and say, God damn, that was like top 5 D tackle. Yeah. Why, if we have that over here with Max, it's a wrap. It's over with.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All we need is just anything competent. And I don't mean to disrespect what we have, because I shouldn't say competent. That's the terrible word. But we just need anybody that can come in and just give an injection of, this is different.
Yeah.
We all know what this is different means. We just need an injection. That's it.
I would love Christian Wilkinson. I would love him. It's going to be a lot of competition for his services. He seemed like a Southern type of dude. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of, I look at dudes like that, bro, and like you'll see them go to Houston or somewhere like that.
We got to do him right.
We said this already. Yeah.
That's how they dudes rock. And that's why I say, guess what? But you got a guy like Leonard Williams that really want to be here, that see himself in that silver and black, dog, and he's a proven playmaker, and it ain't like we getting some, you know what I'm saying, dog? Then, hey, we can rock with that too, dog.
Do you remember Leonard Williams' draft picture when he sent himself out of the Raider jersey?
Yeah. I want, look, at the end of the day, I really want dudes like that because I know I'm going to get something from them. And you might have a guy that might be a little bit more talented, but I know I'm going to get something from this dude because he want to do this shit for real.
You know what I mean? He's wanting to be a Raider. He's been wanting to be a Raider since that shit was on his.
And the thing is, he had great years with our defensive coordinator.
Right. He already knows.
Yeah.
We got to throw numbers out there because since we're talking about free agents, and if we got time, I do want to talk about the offensive line as well. Like, there are some dudes that we talking about money. Now, for Christian Wilkins, the market value is looking at a 4-year, $80 million contract, which is sitting at
20 million a year?
20.2 a year. It's sitting at 20 million a year. That's the average. That's
not bad though, because big time DTs get what, 30? Like Chris Jones is gonna get 30.
Yes.
Right? But less.
That's not a bad price. That's not a bad price for him.
Not a bad price,
especially if you're not paying a quarterback top dollar.
Yeah,
bro.
You're still able to
pay a quarterback $4 million.
You know what I'm saying?
Even if you trade up, you're not paying top dollar quarterback money. Even if you do it.
No,
that's not saying. That's not advocating for anything. That's just facts, though.
We already have the luxury. We got the luxury of knowing that whoever we get, we're not going to be paying them top dollar next year.
That's the luxury.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
Luxury. So if you get Christian, man, you can get Christian. If you really want to get that fool, you can get that fool $22 million and be good. I'm trying to tell you, dog, like it's certain players that you can go above and beyond for, especially with the way they set up now.
Yeah.
no state tax. Well, you know,
Yeah.
Now, okay.
Actually, you can probably pay them a little less, actually, because you ain't getting taxed as much. And they'll be
Yeah,
cool with it.
exactly. Tell them you in California,
Now.
New York, any of these big markets, you're
but he's
getting.
coming from a place, but Wilkinson is
Yeah,
coming
he's
from
coming
no state
Florida,
tax.
yeah.
Right.
Texas has no state tax either. That's
Let's
another thing.
put it in more perspective at least now. So Wilkins, right? Wilkins. He's 28. Okay, that's 28. 4 years, right? Okay, whatever. But that's good money. That's good money for a dude at that age because you getting premium here still, right? So now with Leonard Williams, the market value is sitting at 16.7 per year, but they look at market value at a 3-year, $50 million deal. But
I'll rock that.
right, he's 29.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, run down.
Oh,
Yeah, about there. He's about to start hating.
under that threshold.
Hating now.
The age discrimination lawsuit here in Charlotte.
Oh, man, I know.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
man,
Going in.
Run down can never be in corporate, dog.
At all.
Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all during the week, brothers.
All right,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Bro,
There
it is, dog.
Love it.
Every day of the week.
Every day of the week. It's on Sundays.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for sure.
so yeah, you say Leonard Williams is 29. Guess what? I'm cool with a 3-year, $50 million deal.
Boom.
We good with that. Let's sign him on up and let's roll. That's a piece right there.
Let's rock. Let's
Because
rock.
guess what, dog? That dude is gonna get busy like Max does. He's the one dude that's gonna walk in that motherfucker and say, "Okay, dog, I'm gonna try to
Be
match
hype.
right here."
Day one. From day one.
Yeah, dog. It's the domino effect, bro. Like dudes like that, dog. Like, yeah, you want to scoop them guys up. Like I said, some guys are better names, Chris Jones, Wilkinson, or Wilkins, whatever it is. But when you get guys that want to be there, well, you know what I'm saying? You know, they wear that shit with pride, dog, and they coming in with something to prove like that, dog. I love those dudes.
Right.
They can get places.
Now, this is what I want to express to y'all in the chat as well. Now, when we talk about paying Josh Jacobs the $10 million, right? Now, we already know we need offensive line help as well. All right. So we already said, okay, cool. Leonard Williams, that was 3 years, 50 mil. Cool. For top tier offensive guard, like, for example, I like Kevin Doxson from the Rams, right? Top tier offensive guard, he's 27. Market value is a 4-year, $65 million deal. You paying him 16.4 annually. So then think about that. That's 16 on the defensive line. That's 16 on the offensive line. Now you give Jacobs that 10. We don't know how it all might work out, whatever the case, but now money is really wearing thin at least. Money's going to be wearing thin.
See, I think that, I mean, I think you almost could just focus on trying to draft some of those offensive linemen, honestly.
I think you should get one veteran, though.
I mean, you get a veteran, but my thing is, I'm still thinking Illuminor is going to come back for cheap.
You think so?
We need inside.
I think he'll still come back for
Somebody's
cheap.
going to take him, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. I think somebody's
The Giants are in play, bro. The Giants are in play.
Illuminor is gone. If he actually tests the pre-market,
that's right. That's where the offensive line coach went in.
Yes, and he loved him. He loved Basilio. And that's the thing. They're gonna match, if not, give him an incentive to leave. He's not. I don't. As much as I wanted to keep him around and kept that thought in my mind, the more and more I realized what was going on. Now today, I can say we've lost Illuminor. I'm pretty sure we've lost him. There's no question. We've lost.
I think he wants to come back and be a Raider. He's let that be known. I think he wants to come back. I just think they need to come to the right number. You know what I mean?
But that's why I said we've lost him, because we know our number is not going to be his number, because his number is going to be better in the market, because they're going to just give him a little extra more than what we do, period. I'm just telling you what's going to happen, right? He's going to get a number. He's going to come back to us, and then they're going to say no, or yeah, we'll match it, and then he'll go back, and then they'll just give him a little bit more. And we'll just be in that market, in that game, until he just leaves, because I honestly think he's and rightfully so. He's ready for the bread. He's like, bro, I got a family to feed. I love.
He said that. He said, "I'd love to stay, and be a Raider."
Yeah.
But I got a family.
At the end of the day, it depends on how they value him. How he's really seen. What how the Raiders really see him. You know what I mean?
Think if they match it? Do you think if they match it these days? That's my question to y'all because
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I do.
I think
that match, he stays.
Yeah.
Okay.
A match day.
Where's he from?
He's from England.
England, yeah, he's from England.
So he don't even know nothing about. England people use.
The reason why I say that, bro, his loyalty is high. His loyalty is high.
The way he talks about the Chiefs on X, bro, he don't like the Chiefs.
My man Walt said you pay young Packers guard John Runyon $7 million.
I didn't think about that. He's a good pass blocker. They were good at pass blocking last year.
He's got the name. And
for a guard is kind of high, dog. I don't need to pay a guard $16 million.
No.
Not a good. You don't need to pay a good guard $16 million.
Oh, that
is a lot.
That's a lot. Money, bro.
If that's what the dude from the Rams is commanding, he must be the number one ranked guy at that position.
No, there's another guy from the Patriots, but it's the same. He's pretty much the same value at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, we're not looking to sign the number one ranked guard anyway. No, I don't think that's a priority. They might be looking for number 4.
It's not.
Yeah, Getsy would know if Runyon is in play. Getsy would know him for sure.
Yeah.
Being in that
Getsy
division,
would. Yeah, Getsy would know him. And then what about the what was he, the center? What was the guy from the Bears that
white hair?
Yeah. I mean, he could plug a hole.
He's kind of nasty.
Bears fans were saying he was getting a little long in the tooth, it was starting to show.
Yeah,
that's the first I heard that one.
Yeah,
it's starting to show. Yeah. So I don't know. I do think we need a veteran though. I mean, I already heard that Van Roten is still in play.
Right.
And he probably gonna come back, but they talking about depth though.
We'll keep him.
Yeah, Van Roten. To be honest, I think they like him just because I think he brings like that leadership just because he's older. They actually say that he was the one that was like the most kind of like the nasty guy that was on the offense. Our offensive line is kind of soft if you think about it. We didn't have no incognitos or Donald Pins anymore. Van Roten was the closest one to that.
Yeah, you need that too.
Yeah, you need a big nasty, man.
Yeah, he played better as the season progressed, I believe.
I don't think it's going to be hard. Excuse me, fellas. I don't think it's going to be hard to find a couple of offensive linemen in free agency and the draft, dog. I don't think that's going to be a problem because, first of all, AP already said and Telesco agreed that they're looking for certain types of guys. So they already know what they kind of want to get, and it's not hard to go get those type of dudes. So I think it'd be cool on the offensive line because it's been identified. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be good there, dog. My thing is more of the defensive line, and here's another position we haven't really talked about as much. I think we can use one more line. I think we can use a stud linebacker. I still think we could use one more in addition to what we got.
Preach.
I like to get a well-rounded linebacker.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know about Patrick Queen. You know what I'm saying? I like Patrick Queen.
I know about Patrick Queen. I love Patrick Queen.
I would like to have him, but I don't know if that's going to be, where we're focusing at like that. You know what I'm saying?
Patrick Queen, yes. I'd take him.
I'm talking to y'all about Kenneth Murray. I'm not really.
Put Chris on the screen. Put Chris on the screen.
Pop a rundown. I've been the only one bringing up his name.
Listen. I mean, honestly, I was gonna say, I think that might be a realistic target just because of he's with the Chargers. He's a free agent. Telesco. But I wasn't all. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't all that high on him. I seen him make some plays, but he gets nicked up too. But would he be a possibility of somebody you bring in? Saying that we can get Patrick Queen, because that'd be my number one.
Yeah, with AP's coaching, and my thing is, look what they made out of Spillane. No one was doing backflips over Spillane.
No,
That's a good point.
You go ahead and get
I'm not gonna lie and say I was. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Imagine what he can do with someone else that actually probably is more athletic, like that has that more upside.
I didn't even think about it that way. But you know what? You're right, bro. That could be, because look, they coached them linebackers up this year.
Right.
Two boys up this year. You know what I'm saying? The coaching is there. So, okay, look, like I said, I'm just thinking that we could use at least one more linebacker unless, here we go. You know me, I'm an in-house guy. I love to call guys that you see get playing time and they show you shit. What about Bernie? Does he get better? This man is down on Bernie. Like, what don't you like about Bernie?
He not
He
physical.
don't
He runs for
attack.
contact.
Yeah, he don't attack.
He don't attack at all. He runs for contact. He don't take on blocks.
No, he's not. He don't. Yeah, he don't. Yeah,
I don't
he's
like
not.
Bernie at all.
The chat is saying Devin White.
Devin White's out
You
there.
guys know I like Devin White.
Past his time, bro. I agree, but it's past
I
his
like
time.
Yeah, he's old. He's definitely old. And who's the other cat from Tampa Bay? That's the other linebacker.
Now he's old. Devontae David.
Yeah. He's both of them dudes kind of
So
old. Right?
if we're talking about you think the
Devin
dog
Young,
can be
right?
brought out of Kenneth, you don't think Devin White would be a candidate for that as well?
People aren't putting, huh?
I just think familiarity. Telesco's already got familiarity. Your boy might take a little bit less. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? That's
he
my thing
drafted
with
him. He did draft him.
He drafted him. I just kind of do it. I look at it that way.
Right.
Ain't no damn way.
Josh Allen, that's a luxury.
Oh, you already know, man. The
bread you spend on that. First of all, I would give a damn.
Crazy. He would be crazy.
Oh, I would give a damn. If you got Josh Allen for whatever amount of bread you spend, like to do that. I don't care.
And it still pisses me off that we didn't draft him and we took Cleveland Farrell. I would never
stop, bro. Stop.
Guess what though? We might not have drafted Max. We might not have drafted Max if we got Josh Allen.
That's actually a good point.
We might not.
No, I mean because Allen, to me, Allen was still kind of a defensive end, kind of. But we got Cleve Farrell, so I think they would have still went and got Max.
Remember, Jacksonville played that 3-4. I think they was playing a 3-4.
Yeah, he was more outside backer.
They stand him up like that outside backer. But the Raiders, he had his hand in the ground. You know what I'm saying? They would put his hand in the ground. So
depending on the defensive coach, because he could be like Kuntz. Could Kuntz be standing?
Yeah, Kuntz stands. But then what do you do with Kuntz if you get Josh Allen?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I love what Kuntz is doing.
He's a luxury. That's a luxury dude. You know what I'm saying?
It's luxury.
Right.
Because we got dudes right now, dog. I think defensive end, we're gonna be straight because I think they're gonna hybrid Tyree Wilson there too. He's gonna be a hybrid there. And that Jerry Robinson kid, he didn't play too bad either, dog. Even though they popped his ass, they might have some plans for him too with some depth because he was a young guy. So I think
they didn't get rid of him. The DUI guy?
No, they didn't get rid of him.
Oh, I just assumed they did.
Oh,
man, I assumed they did.
We all assumed it. Everybody assumed once you get DUI as a
Oh yeah.
I was like that DUI right after you get signed. I'm like,
that's it.
Out of here.
Yeah, but that tells you what they think about him that they didn't get rid of him.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I think it's some depth there. I think really we need to focus on that D tackle spot, dog. Like we need to fortify that thing like 2 times over. Like that's and I think that's what AP's really wanting to do. If you listen to how he's talking, he's talking about making sure the middle of that line got some dogs in there because he knows, dog. He played with them dudes, Yumi Yor and C. Strahan and Justin Tucker.
He said that.
He already knows that that's what they need in the middle of that defense, bro. Because we ain't had it, dog. We need to focus and concentrate our efforts on making sure we got real bona fide beast up in there, dog.
I agree. Shout out.
Because
and I interview him for that D tackle, I'm gonna have Max in the room with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
D tackle I bring in there, dog.
100%. And we gonna have a conversation.
Yeah, because y'all two gonna be joined at the hips. Like you both of you guys' success is gonna be based off each other.
100%.
Exactly.
Hey, dog, how you gonna step in there? How you gonna step in there and you sitting in there with AP and Max Crosby and not want to sign? How you gonna step in there and actually?
If you love ball, if you love ball, you signing.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
It's your passion. If it's your passion,
yeah.
For the money, you don't know, but if it's your passion, you sign it.
And that's why
that's the thing. Some dudes want the bread. I mean, so
I agree, and they don't care about the money, and that's the part that that's the caveat in that what do you call it in the equation? That specific piece in the equation that's the unknown that no one ever really truly knows until it
like a variable.
Remember too, guess what, y'all? We talk about the brand. I like that, and what these youngsters want to do now more than ever is build a brand, right? That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? You can sell Vegas and build. Look, Max is building a brand, is he not? Max got a charity foundation already.
You don't got to do nothing else for the rest of his life.
Dude, you just got Tom Brady on your shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that could, see, that's another selling point. We got a lot of selling points here this time. That's why I keep saying the Vegas thing might finally have come to fruition the way we envisioned it.
Yes.
Starting to come together. Because there's an influence that we have that if AP can talk that shit, like my man up here said, if he can talk that shit and have them smoke their shit and build a brand like this, people gonna want to jump on that, dog.
Well,
people gonna want to jump on that train, man. Like we're gonna see.
Hey, if y'all haven't watched through the season, I'm telling y'all, I don't miss Raider home games, and every fan of the other team, they come to our tailgates, which ain't even the real Oakland tailgates. These people are turned out, bro. I'm telling y'all, I've had so many fans of other teams come to Vegas, and they really look at me with a twinkle in their eye like I'm some superstar. I'm telling you, they want to change. They want to jump. They want to hop ship because they know what we're building is something different. I'm definitely
going to be in a couple home games this year with you.
I'm telling y'all, I ain't talking no BS. I'm talking big time fans that really understand the game, have been around it, thick and thin, tailgates A to Z. And they look at our franchise, man, and it's a different situation. Hey, I gotta divulge this last little bit, right? Because the people that are in TRS know already. I was super fortunate last night to hang with a guy that's been in the league for multiple teams. I've already said the name. I'm not going back. What I will tell y'all about what this man told me, and he said this is the sentiment of everybody in the league. The Raiders have the best everything. When it comes to the veterans, when it comes to our facilities to date, any and everything you want to think about, there's nobody that's not thinking about the Raiders and how they can get to our squad. I'm just telling you. Okay. And all y'all got to do is look at my footage. I'm always copping pictures and snapping when it comes to the veterans. There's no other team that take care of those players that played in the past today like the Raiders. And when you have that, it's just a matter of time until all that comes to fruition and everybody in the league gonna feel.
Yeah. The tide should be turning, y'all. I mean, the tide really should be turning. And the funny part is, dog, look at the optimism that we have, and we don't even know who our quarterback is yet.
Don't even know.
We don't even know who the quarterback is yet.
The most important piece.
But guess what? As Raider fans, man, we waited so long to have this feeling. We waited a long time to have the feeling that we have now about this team, dog, because now it feels like the organization is starting to match the passion and energy of the fans.
It is.
It really does. Because for the longest time, it felt like, and I know you guys, if y'all real Raider fans, y'all felt like the organization didn't give a shit about what we was thinking every damn draft night. Every draft night, you just get yourself good. Did these motherfuckers just punch me in the stomach again? Did they just punch me in the stomach again with this pick, dog?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it felt like the organization wasn't paying attention. You know what I mean, dog? So that's why we're excited like we are now, dog, because we got so much optimism and hope, because now we can actually see it and touch it. We feel like we can touch it now.
Yes.
They listening. They listening. When they got rid of Josh McDaniels, all the fans, you see the reception that Mark Davis got when we got rid of Josh McDaniels.
100%.
You know what I'm saying, dog? That's real Raider passion right there.
Yes, sir.
Even you said it. I had to listen to the fans. You know what I'm saying? So now, then you make the genius stroke of bringing in AP. That's why I know we keep going back to it, dog. But that's something that's really, really tangible this year. That's a tangible fact of our season.
It's everything.
Don't get the numbers. Let's see the guys that they bring in, dog. That's gonna tell us what this team, what we looking at. Yeah. And Hondo say, I'm telling you guys, Hondo said, "Hey man, this team's talking about the Raiders. This team's talking about the Raiders, dog. They wondering what they bringing in because the mindset is different now, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, dog. I'm just excited all the way around to see what we're gonna become."
Yep. So shout out to everybody that's in the chat. We done went 3 hours, staying here 4 hours. But look, it's much love. Another successful Syndicate Sunday, man. So once again, man, shout out to Pop, shout out to Rafa for being guests on the show, man. It's much love. You already know the deal. Chris, tell them what you got going on throughout the week, so they know what's going down. Woo.
Yo, so appreciate everybody coming through, man. Make sure you guys who are not subscribed to me, man, it's Protect the Shield podcast. But really right now I've just been kind of all over the place, man. I got a show tonight with my boy Angelo. We're going to be on Captain Jack's show. I think Angelo's actually hosting it, so I'm gonna go be on his later tonight.
What
man.
time is that, Chris? What time is that?
It's 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm gonna go support my boy Angelo, and honestly, if any of you guys want to jump on too, I'm sure he will mind it. And then I got my Fan Talk Friday every Fridays.
Fan Talk Fridays.
Yeah, probably do my me and Spicy Raider Girl. We may start up our show again. We're still kind of talking about if we're going to do that or not. That's our Wednesday show.
Whiskey Wednesdays.
Yeah, the Woods and Whiskey Wednesdays. So we'll see, man. And I just love doing my show with my fellas, man. Syndicate Sunday. So salute.
That's what's up, bro. Appreciate it.
That's you out. Rafa, what's going on with your shows, man? I mean, you got something going on every hour on the hour.
Go.
All right, so I just started talking about it because over the last week I just made like a great conversation with Turf talking about for the combined week and something for the Raiders. Also, I guarantee that I just post an IG video and a YouTube video getting ready for the combined week because when I was gonna expect it to the next shot right here, Raphael Chastain throwing out for the ball right here, so. It went so very viral, but it came like at a lot of views to say, if Rifle is going to throw like ball like this, that technique, I mean, even though that it's going to be like the combined week, I just had the technique to throw it out the ball. Maybe the next quarterback will be Raphael just helping out for Aiden O'Connor. So I just take it anything, but I just wanted to tell you much love and respect for everybody. Raphael Jackson and Capitana Fujo. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube. Also, I got a news for it because I'm almost there at 1K subscribers.
Hey!
1K, bro.
Almost.
First step, man. It's the first step.
Let's go, man.
It's gonna be like a great opportunity. So much love, respect. Raphael Chastain as new as the GOAT.
He's the GOAT of the bilingual, man. The bilingual play. That boy.
When the Raiders come back home, man, the season, y'all definitely got to tap into it to my man's play-by-play. It's legendary for sure. And much love to you, Rafa, for showing up to the show, man. Thank you. Appreciate you for being a guest. Turf, let them know what you got going on throughout the week.
I'm quick, baby. I'm Tuesdays and Thursdays nights, man. Y'all know how it goes. It's the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 on Tuesdays, 8:30. It's the Turf and Rundown show. Thursdays, 8:30. And we talk about any and everything. Please believe it. We about to start branching out, ladies and gentlemen. We love football. We love talking these X and his O's, but trust me, we about to get into a little bit of everything.
Factuals. And appreciate you, Pops, for showing up. Y'all already know what it is. If you on my channel, if you don't know me, I'm the Raider Rundown. And when I say you gonna see me when you see me, because I drop whenever. All right. At the end of the day, I'm gonna drop whenever. I'm gonna try to drop every day. If not, I try to get like 2 days that I don't drop whatever. But you're gonna get some content from me throughout the week. So go ahead and like Turf said, Turf and Rundown show, legendary on Thursdays, man. Pop out. It's definitely fire. And like I said, if you're not subscribed to anybody on the network, man, you got to get subscribed. We got something for you every day of the week.
Also, before we go, man, I'd like to just say thank y'all for having me on, man. Appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the conversation. Everybody had great opinions, man. You know what I mean? Y'all keep up the great work. Hopefully I'll jump on with y'all from time to time on Sundays, man, and keep talking that shit, smoking that shit with y'all, man. But thanks to the people too, man. Much love, man. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, boss.
For sure. We got something for you throughout the week, man. So hopefully we can help you end your week off nice and help you start your week off on a good note. So without further ado, man, the Syndicate is out, and we're gonna see y'all again next Sunday, man.
Take care, y'all.
Peace.
Have a good one.